Can you see the chat? No.
Nope.
I suppose someone should answer that.
I can't see shit, mate.
You can all join it and see it if you want. Right, okay, so we have just saved the owlbears, the snowy owlbears, but killed all the orcs.
No reason.
Back in the same area, but as you step back out of the cave,
Salty.
there's no evidence. I mean, you wouldn't expect there to be blood anywhere because there's still snow coming down, so it would easily cover it. But there's no evidence of bodies or anything like that obvious to you. Now, before I go back to the scene, I have the map on the screen. Do you remember where you were?
Bryn Shanda-ish.
There should be like a...
We were going from Bryn Shanda to somewhere else.
No, it's zoomed,
we were near Termini, where the icon is.
Oh, right, yeah, we were, yeah.
Because we were heading to the Dwarven Valley.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, what's happening here?
What is that icon?
I can't remember Octane's name.
The Fateful Few or something, wasn't it?
Ow.
The fearsome five.
The Frozen Few.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, so you've got your little icon
Fearsome
where you are. Do you remember where you were going?
the Dwarven Valley.
You're going to the Dwarven Valley, and you all remember why and what for?
Wasn't it to kill a... I was
No.
going to say Wookiee, but
No,
that's definitely not what
we were trying to find... is it ingots or something that was...
Yeah, we're trying
I
to
just
find
registered
Dwarven
with
metal
something.
ingots
Yeah.
that had been abandoned.
Part of the reason I'm asking you this is because you've got a new member to the party that wasn't with you when you were making these decisions, so you probably want to... I don't know if you want to tell him what you're doing, or...
No, you can listen.
I'll find out. I'll find out.
If you want to come with us, if you want to live. Or
Okay.
Or
I
die.
will do that.
Which is
Either
more
might
likely.
work.
I'm not sure which is more likely.
I am.
I'm going to get the latter of the two.
Judging by the fact that I've nearly died, no, that I've died once and in the one shot, and I nearly died a second time because of an icy
Didn't
blast
die,
from
you were
the
knocked
Yeti.
unconscious.
Yes,
There's a difference.
close enough.
Or did you actually?
Yeah, it's going to be a toss-up.
No,
It's going to be a tight one.
it was saved, in fact.
Well,
Have
unlike...
you've messed with my phone.
I love you. I have messed with your phone. Well, when you
Well,
were showing
the
me
first thing is I love you. You know she's messed with her.
I am correct.
It's when you were showing me that thing with Sid yesterday, and then you left me with your phone, and I kept trying to turn it
So
on its side, and it was
The
annoying.
next question. This was a thing we had a big debate on, and I don't think you did ever decide whether you were right or wrong. Do you remember where you were planning to take these iron ingots? Do you remember that one? Because that was important.
I have slept since then.
Like
No,
a
I'm
lot.
pretty
You might not
sure
remember,
We
it
got
was-
absolutely hammered since then.
It was either Targos or Bryn Shanda.
So drunk I lost my phone. For a few hours.
Or Bryn Shanda, because I feel like it was. Or we found them whilst we were on our way to Cape Conan.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely either one of those two, but I couldn't remember which one.
Okay. Which one of you has the highest intelligence in the group? That's no. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that was
in the
there
game.
when it happened in the game.
In the game.
Yeah.
Probably not me.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Probably not me.
Not me.
Because you can't tell each other your numbers, because it's not a real thing in the game. So whoever between you think is the most intelligent can make a roll to see if you can remember an owl.
Dwarf man, I
Yeah,
think.
you make stuff. You're probably intelligent.
You've got a button collar,
Have you not seen them?
buttoned up collar.
Oh, he's not undone now.
He's
You're in a
also not wearing a
Hawaiian
Hawaiian shirt or a wife beater.
I'll have you know, my dad worked for the Ministry of Defence for many years, and he would wear Hawaiian shirts every casual Friday.
And a wife beater at home.
Yeah.
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 Well, no,
So,
he
you
just
Has he
gonna make
rolled?
a roll?
is
Yeah,
he well?
So it's an intelligence check. 1 second. What's your? You can have advantage on this as well.
Why am I not logged into my D&D Beyond?
Because you usually do it
It's a
on
good
my
thing about
iPad.
advantage. Oh, maybe not.
Almost, but
14 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Twitch or not.
You strongly believe that Bryn Shanda was where you got this task or job.
Cool, we'll go with
The
that then.
dwarf ran to Bryn Shanda from Dwarven Valley.
So obviously you remember the job because that's why you're all going. So I'll just remind you that the quest.
TMNT and Crossroads?
There you go.
That's for me, please.
Are you sure?
No, yours are...
Oh no, it's not. You're right.
Yours are,
That's what it's almost what I was
House
going
Rising.
toward, and then I changed my mind and got some different.
Nachos.
Yep.
What colour were they?
It's literally
Nah.
was that, and I changed my mind as I was placing the order.
Please said TM's off.
That looks so good. I hate you.
What's the best thing for me to do
Did he
with food?
read
We
the
are
notes?
actually on the table.
Because you're not brought up on the black trail like it's the specifically tells
That's
you.
No.
kind of like my
It's not hot though either, but
Well, that's
hang on. Kane,
wow.
can I get a tray?
When you
When
say
you
food
serve it
on
on
the
this
table,
table,
and
then
you
you
can tray.
Like these ones.
Yeah, yeah.
You might need a bigger one for
the
that
big,
plate.
big ones. Come on, Steve. You know this.
I wasn't paying attention to the size of it.
That's what she said.
Oh wow! If a spell to restore life is cast on you, the caster doesn't need material components of that spell.
Cool.
Surely that's bad.
I'm sure that depends on which spell it is and how it's cast.
Because it
If
means
someone's casting a spell on you,
Yeah, it's just
they don't
protects
have
the
to
table.
use
That's all.
anything.
and
Does that include curses?
Yeah,
No, it depends on what it is.
I know.
Oh no, so that's
yeah,
your
so I thought you're giving it to.
so that's your
Can you do me a favour
special.
when you grab this food?
Yeah,
Let me
so
grab blue
whoever
cheese
uses
as well.
their spell on
Blue
me.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do this.
Could you when you do, could you bring me one up as well, please?
Yeah.
I did put it in the notes, but I guess it's not going to see it.
What do you book?
Right.
Instead of
So
sweet chili blue cheese.
what I was just saying, so that everyone's aware, because in the game,
I put all the
the
notes on the paper instead of
person that they I'll wait for Smart.
This has been like every D&D session. There's been managerial issues to be tended to every D&D session. So you get into it,
It's the
and then
only
and then
downside
you
of
break
being
out,
playing
and you get
together
into
at the
it,
same time.
Stuff, yeah.
and then it ends up being like 12 o'clock the last time. you do it.
So where do you want me to eat? Just on here with the tray, yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the trail, it's all.
Cool. All right. So you believe it's Bryn Shander,
Cool.
and the quest was you were pointed in the right direction to roughly where it was, because obviously it was just lost in a kind of open area. But it was a sled lying halfway between Bryn Shander and Kelvin's Cairn in the middle of a tundra. And the story was basically a group of dwarves, or survivors of a group of dwarves, who were delivering a sled of iron ingots to Bryn Shander. A yeti surprised them, killed a member of the group.
Boo.
The rest of them fled whilst the yeti tore Ubok limb from limb. So they've asked someone to collect the sled, and as payment they'll offer you something. And we'll see if you remember.
Oh, I thought you meant someone killed the party.
No, the
Yeah.
party that had the sled.
Yeah, so you've been sent to
Not
retrieve
see
it.
once it's gone.
Yeah.
And then I think you all got snowshoes for the
Yes,
the
you
journey.
gave us all snowshoes. Do you have snowshoes?
Yes.
I remembered the snowshoes.
No, I'm pretty vivid. Also, Arctic is my favourite terrain. So
That's helpful.
yeah.
I can just minimise the live stream box now, can't I?
Yes.
Oh, one sec.
Oh, I'll bring it back up. It's alright. Go for it. What do you want me to do?
Where would you live stream?
Do you want me to put
Oh,
something?
Ben Harrison liked it.
Where the fuck does it say that?
Underneath the picture. You know where you can see the picture of the thing?
Ah, there. I'm looking where the like is and go, there's nothing fucking there.
I like the fact that you said, see the picture, it's under the like, the thing and the thing. And Jim, because he's almost married, went, ah, right.
He's married in his lifetime.
It was a mixture of, even if I didn't know, that was
Yeah,
going to be my
just
response, and
that
that's,
kind of-
yeah, there's the no passing for more detail.
Yeah, no, just
I'm getting less information.
I have less idea now than before I
I was
asked.
just saying, done it to me before, but every time she explained it 3 times, and every time there was less information, and it was like, this is not helping. No, you know, the thing and the
The
thing and the
TV
thing.
show with that woman in. Oh, Fleabag. What?
Yeah, her dad speaks fluent, and Julia.
Yeah. You will one day.
Oh, ooh, that was cool.
test.
Okay, so,
Stephen has liked the stream.
are you explaining...
Hi, Stephen.
Audio quality is fucking spot.
He's not Stephen.
I know, but I was just letting you know that we... Yeah. Hi, Stephen. I'm not on screen, are we, anymore? We're
Yeah,
not
I'm literally-
Yeah.
They can hear us.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm watching.
The salute was
I
pointing
can
stuff.
hear you clearly at this level.
Oh, it's fresh.
That's awesome.
No, but I did a salute.
Oh, you did this.
Yeah.
Right, I'm with you now.
Steal.
I'm used to having DM cam. So
Yeah.
everything I do, I'm like fucking right there in my
Put it
face.
back if you want.
I'm having
As
I
long
don't
as,
need it
as long as
yet.
you have
I will
smile
one day,
cam,
I'm
you can
sure.
have the M cam back.
I can hear you clearly.
I'm used to it. I've been doing all
this
this.
level.
It's
Okay.
great.
So, are you telling your newfound friend the situation?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm going to
You
tell
are
him
aware of
word
the-
So
for
tell him
word.
what you're telling him, because I don't want to shoot you word for word, but I've just said you know all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what basically, what he just said. Is
What
we're
that
doing.
guy, the voice in the sky, just
God
said.
has claimed me to follow you on this mission.
Did you like introduce yourself and everyone knows your name? We don't need to do all that.
I can't remember it, but he did.
Yeah. Just call me Stone.
In fairness, we forget your name half the time.
Yeah, that's very
I know it starts with an A.
Agrog.
Adgron.
Agrod.
Yeah.
For some reason, I keep thinking Azimuth.
Oh my
That's
god,
a
did
guy
you say
that's
Agrog? He's basically a pirate.
I just call you Aggro.
Adgron. No, Adgron.
Send Aggro to deal with it.
Or aggro.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Aggro.
Literally.
Way too much. What are you doing with my margins?
Save
That means
thee
I'm
from
going to
cheap
take that
owner
tomorrow.
manners.
I've
No,
just
just-
sold it.
Right.
It's not work.
Where do you have to work?
Put the audio quality on
So
the
let's
screen.
go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just bringing something
So
up
I'm
on my
just like,
screen. So I've got
okay,
it, that's all.
sure. I have no idea where Bryn Shander is. I'd like to come back and see you because I've never seen a bloody major town.
That's fine. We'll show you when we get back there.
You can't literally shut my character up because he's never really had like this many people to talk to.
You can ask questions.
So it's like, what are you guys up to?
They're all-
Like, what's going
they're
on?
all awesome with it.
And
We're not. We're a bunch of assholes.
yes, you will find that out. Trust me. I'm the newest.
So
Right?
I am doing stuff that you can't see what I made. That's all. So.
It's streaming live.
So
right?
it's
live,
yeah.
right? Okay. I'm not being heard, am I?
No.
Yes, you are. If you
Yes,
speak, you speak. Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, it
Can't
can
stop
pick
that.
me up from here. So,
I like how you got quiet knowing. Oh, no,
We're
that's fine.
live. Did you hear us online?
Really?
Hey guys, Spike, the new head chef. How are you? Hope you enjoyed the food.
Are you giving them your Twitch channel
I'm gonna bug
and
you
your
off now.
OnlyFans? Cheers.
Yeah.
What's your OnlyFans, Spike?
Link in bio. And definite merch coming soon.
See you in a bit. If you want any models, say me
Spike's
there.
dirty paintings.
You might have some competition on that one.
Yeah,
JM's job.
JM can bugger off. JM, I don't mean that.
he does.
He's after your job, mate.
Yeah, dude, we need to sort something out.
Yeah, we can sort something out. Cool. Right.
Petition.
So, everyone knows Stovin. Everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
No one on the stream knows Stovin, so do you want to introduce yourself to everyone on the stream?
So I'm Stoven Grenville. I'm a wood elf
I need a reason for this.
ranger, and I've stumbled across the group. My character hasn't really been around like many groups of people, more than like 2 or 3. So he's a little bit sort of like, instead of being shy, he's more the kind that won't shut the fuck up and is constantly asking questions. And he's used to have like drow and like dwarves chasing him around, chasing him off. So he's a bit wary of those lot. So which is why he's probably staying away from you, Mr. Aggro. I know dwarves and elves like fucking despise each other, don't they?
Some do, some don't.
No.
Okay. Well, where he
But it only
lived,
counts as one.
yeah. Where he lived, he was not exactly wanted. So yeah, that's my character.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
And do you look different to a normal elf in any way?
Yes, he looks actually more human than elf, but at the same time, he is a pure blood elf. It's just deceptive, which is why he's not kind of welcomed by other elves that have stumbled across him. So it's a bit. He's a very much an outsider. Scarish. He's got a scar from a bear, and it's on his back. That's about it. He's got blue eyes, blonde hair, and really pointy ass nose.
So we get a sweet chili as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So everyone knows who you are. You've obviously had a dream with everyone that the stream have missed out on,
Which
which
was not
interesting.
kinky, unfortunately.
It
'Cause
seemed like a dream. It could be real. Who knows? Cool. It was a dream.
trust me, we were upset when we got told there was these
you guys-
Imber items were
Yeah,
not
I
going
was
to be
going to say,
ours.
if you watch our other stream, the Tells the Yawning Portal, the body the dwarf we came across at at the beginning of our session was Direct, the guy that takes you into his world, but every time you come out of the adventure, you don't actually get any of the treasure. So unfortunately, all
Apart from your Louis Vuitton bag that you have.
I got a cape of invisibility as a ranger.
It's like being lured to a pole dance.
yeah, you're like, oh, this is amazing, and then step outside and nothing. Everything is gone. As they walked out, as they exited the cave, they felt lighter. And they checked.
Mainly in the pockets.
Mainly in the pockets.
And I was no longer permanently invisible.
Yeah, you did cape
I
of
felt like I
invisibility
had
as well.
Wow.
And for some reason, Agron stopped halfway through and just met them at the end.
So you were travelling in this direction. So this marker here is you,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you were travelling in this kind of direction towards the Dwarven Valley, weren't you?
Yeah, we're to that little entrance that's.
Just here, is that the way you want to go?
Yeah.
So you did come directly off here.
Yeah, off that path.
Yep.
That way. Yeah.
So that's the entrance bit there. So that's what you want to get
Yep.
to.
Yep.
Okay, you all know the area reasonably well by this point, so you know where that is, and you are travelling in quite difficult terrain, but you have got snowshoes and the appropriate warm.
What's the
gear.
light
Not
like?
difficult for you.
He missed that one.
I missed it, yeah, so would you say?
I said, what's the light like?
It's night time.
Nighttime all the time.
So, let's pop you there. A blizzard descends on you, reducing visibility to 20 feet.
Quick, in that crack in the wall.
It's a big old map, this, so it's not quite as close as maybe it looks on the screen. Kelvin's cairn vanishes from view as the blowing snow and howling wind engulf you. So you can't even see
the
the
mountain.
huge friggin' mountain that you climbed.
The man that went up a mountain came down a hill. No. The other way around? The
Yeah.
hill came down a mountain.
So you can't even see it. Everything is black,
Because
other
it's
than
nighttime all the time.
and the 20 feet around you is snow.
Cool.
So, what do your players do in a blizzard?
Jump in a cave and go on to a weird adventure without telling anyone.
What you do every week, Pinky.
It's fucking Doctor Who all over again.
Something.
Wow, that was lucky for someone. Could be either side of the screen.
Definitely.
Who's
we're
most in touch with nature? Probably the
Presumably
Druid.
would be the verbal
Yeah.
druid.
Can you roll a nature check, please?
What's your nature? Oh, no, I'm talking.
You know, because I've got the dot next to it, does that mean I'm proficient so I can like
If
roll
it's not
again?
filled in yet.
So I can roll
Oh,
again?
an elf would know that.
No, you should get a higher thing.
It's actually a wood.
Rolling again is
In the saving throws, you get a higher thing.
Don't know what you're doing.
11.
11 total, that is, yeah. I'm going to say that the first few times because we're
Not
going
many
back to
times.
rolling dice. But everyone be aware, if you shout me a number out,
That's
that
the
is
number
your
you'll take.
number. So make sure you've added any of your bonuses.
Yeah.
11.
Cool.
It is a blizzard. It doesn't seem like one of those that's setting in for the long haul. Few hours. That's the information you got.
Cool.
Is there anywhere that...
Try and press through it, or is it just do it?
I'd say we'd try and press through.
I'm wearing a big moose coat, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you see this wood
I'm a
elf
lion,
just
that should
sketching
be
across the
okay.
surface of the snow.
I take it our stats are all reset from
Oh, in fact, you don't see it. No, we probably do.
dream light state as well.
Yes, they have. You feel strangely rested.
You were all pretty much... Oh no, because you've got the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, put yourself all at full health and no exhaustion or any of that kind of malarkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had exhaustion last time and I had a bit of my tail missing. 2 bits of my tail missing.
That was...
That was in a dream. It's all good.
This
I have a
be
full
back.
tail in real
You
life.
love your like animal creatures, don't you? You're a bit of a
See
furry.
the water in it.
Yeah.
Black hole.
I realised that when I looked at myself and I have
Yeah, we
fangs,
saw it.
cat ears, and a tail that clips onto your belt hook.
Yeah, we were walking through.
That's a
I
rainbow.
thought you were talking about your character at first. And
No, real life.
I was like, yeah, that's how lions work.
yeah, that's literally what. And then we said onto your belt, I was like,
So I dug it out and fixed it
Just
to
at
it.
home.
Yeah.
Turns out the Champix is now doing the dreams.
I forgot to use it.
Yeah, it's a rainbow one.
Because I fell asleep on the sofa.
Yeah.
I woke up, looked at Ruby and went, scrambled egg or fried
Headset
egg?
on and just saw the cat ears.
I could have sworn she asked me for eggs.
She did jump a bit. I was like, sorry.
As a kid, she probably didn't.
No, Charlie was like, what are you doing? What are you on about? I said, well, Ruby asked me to make us some eggs. No, she didn't. Oh. Whoops.
I love kids.
So that's Sid having a
That was me.
psychotic break.
Oh.
I woke up from nodding off on the sofa this morning, looked at Ruby and went, fried or
On
scrambled?
the champion.
I'm on the next one.
So, guys and girls,
Let's go.
you were deciding whether you were going to
Sorry,
on
yeah,
or
sorry.
Yeah,
drop.
we said we move on.
No, I heard some move on, but some so you're all pressing on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. It's going to go badly.
I'm glad you said that. We all love an interesting game of D&D, don't we? And that is one thing we do.
Can we just have a normal game?
There's no such thing as a normal game of D&D. We actually had a game of D&D the other week where we fought a dragon in a dungeon.
I
What
know.
the fuck?
I've only seen one dragon and it's in that Ghost of Saltmarsh that I'm doing with the guys at uni. And it's my pet now. It's like a tiny little dragon. It's my pet. And we're ending that in like 3 weeks. So I've had a dragon for 2 weeks and I've not been able to use because it's got to hide in the ship because the lizard people don't like it.
Kill them with
Oh, there's so many. We would defo die. So we're
the
slowly
dragon.
learning
Yeah,
more
so
on
say
stuff.
dragon.
Dragon so much, which was what we were doing one, and they all got on the ship, and they've got all the food's been a bit weird, but basically it's full of dark drow. The
Oh
whole
yeah,
ship,
that was
and
one
they've
you
got
ran,
things.
wasn't it?
And then there's this thing that's quite clearly casting an illusion spell. So they deactivate it, which means they're now on a ship with 47 dark drow and 7 superior ones, whatever the next level up is. So they had a fight. So they ended up having a fight. I was like, you should not have done that. Like I said, are you sure you want to do that? Like 9 times, but they still did it. So they had this fight with just the 7 drow, because I was like, it's not really fair to bring the other 47 crew into this. Basically died, but what I did was they knocked him out, captured him, because they had some. I'd given them the session before. I'd given them some OP weapons to do a one shot, and then like they were just OPing everything. I was like, they were way OP, right?
And then they deactivated the magic.
It was you. Yeah, Sid.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Sid, yeah.
I always
It's
make
always
those
Sid.
decisions.
It's always Sid. Sid's the same.
Throwing stones at basically
Beholders.
Xanathar.
I looked in a mirror the other day and nearly drowned. What the fuck was that all about?
That was
So, of you all, who's the navigator? Okay.
I have a skill with navigation tools, so that's probably.
Doesn't make a difference here.
Alright,
I think there's the navigator.
that was like a
yeah.
thing with my character. And there was a sailor.
Actually, sorry, what's the skill?
It's a proficiency with navigation tools. In fact, I have navigation tools and I have a proficiency with it.
Okay.
I don't have guidance.
compass.
Don't have it yet, but I'm probably going to get that.
So my first question for you is going to be, at this point, what tools do you have? As in-
Sundial.
It's night time. Carry on. What else you got? What else you got?
I don't know how I'm just fine.
You got proficiency with a sundial at night time. Sounds good.
Yeah.
You can use a sundial
yeah.
at night time.
Yeah.
Sees the moon.
For the moon, though.
Yeah.
But it's not
We
that night time.
no, because we had a moon dial that we used. So yeah, nah.
No, so there's real night time and there is illusionary night
Night
time,
time, yeah.
where it's always night time.
I love and I hate that one. It's so much. Not good. Icewind Dale.
Kane, could I get a top up, please, on the drink? Same again, please. Tall glass this time, though. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Cheers.
JD hoodie double.
Absolutely. He knows.
Literally
Everyone
everybody knows now because you literally directed
It's
it
not
all
a
at the
secret.
mic.
I am not quite about that. That's the drink.
Okay. So if anyone ever wants to buy our DM a drink on Thursday night
By the stream.
via the stream, it's a double JD and Coke, which
It
is
starts
£4.50.
raining in and he just plunks the bottle down in front of you.
I don't know. It didn't say.
If you looked in skills or features.
Sorry, just read the skill out and then just brief it to me and I'll decide how we use it.
Spells. Good job. I can read.
I don't want to nerf a special skill if you've got one, so.
Features and traits, maybe.
We've got to be practical in a blizzard, that's all, so.
It's on Friday. What?
Sid, pass them this way. If those guys aren't eating it, I'll eat it. I ain't ashamed. I mean, I've lost weight, but...
We might not need to worry. Let me do what I'm doing. And if
I was
it...
going to say, it doesn't seem to say it in here. But
What's your wisdom survival bonus?
Wisdom survival bonus. Survival is +3.
+3. Okay.
So if you want me to be stealthy, better. I often press that by mistake.
Pretty
In the other
survival.
campaign I did it, yes.
Sorry about this.
So I was like, I've got a +5 to survival, click. Oh, that was stealth.
Stood up on it.
It was a +3, yeah?
Yeah.
Conference call.
Well, I need to roll.
I've rolled. It's a roll you don't get to see whether it's good or bad for. You know, I said I do some of those anyway,
Alright.
but this is actually the book telling me to do it that way.
Oh, okay.
Because you're in a blizzard and you don't know whether you've rolled well or not.
Yeah, true.
Oh no.
We're dead.
They just find some icy popsicles at us.
Okay, so for the first hour of the blizzard, roll your nature check again, sorry, Mr. Furbolg.
Pick up the right dice. Sid. The only problem with these metal ones, they can't read them properly. 14.
14. Whilst the blizzard's swirling, you catch a glimpse of Kelvin's cairn in the distance, and you realise you're about where you start at the start of the blizzard. You've not really moved forward or backwards, you haven't gone around in a bit of a circle.
Fair dues.
So that's the first hour of this blizzard. What would you like to do?
Press on.
Press on?
Mr. Navigator, agreed?
Don't know, he's gone. Navigator's gone, but he's gone.
He's gone, yep, we followed him.
Yeah.
So just describe to me how you're moving around. Tell me.
Like this.
Probably whilst
Arm in front, protecting eyes. You know, like you see people in films walking
other arm
into a
on
blizzard.
shoulder of person in front.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
To make sure
We're
we-
effectively doing the conga.
to make sure we're all okay, we've tied a rope to each other so that we don't lose anyone.
And I'm playing.
No, no.
Too late.
We've already said we're holding
Too late.
shoulders.
Yeah, sorry. I gave massive clues
I
of
know.
opportunity and I was like, you
Was this a
We're aligned
Jay
on.
Ryan Leah?
Yeah, that was good.
Oh yeah, the check's cut off half.
It was whose?
Order.
Whose?
Press ups.
That's 20 press ups, pal. Might as well stick them on your feed. Get it sorted.
Alright, yeah, I'll stick them on there tonight.
No.
Yeah, you
Not
have to do
tonight.
them.
You do it where you are and whatever you're doing.
Alright, I'll do it now.
Them's the rules, pal.
How many is it?
Adgron, get down.
20.
20.
You can't roll for this one. Right.
Oh. Also, these have to be extra to his thing, because that's a separate thing.
So you've got your arm on the person in front of you. You're still getting blown around. Are you alright?
Counting for
Oh right, I thought you were singing. I was like, I can't hear you. It's the blizzard.
20.
You feel like you're getting hustled and bustled around by the wind. Long and short of it is, you're at the front. Give me the running order as you started.
We never made it.
You're the navigator, so just give me the. Yeah, but you don't know who it's affected, so.
He's in the middle because he's little.
I'm
Yeah.
keeping the rear.
I'm quite near the front because I'm big and.
It's your.
So, in between Julia
Okay. Agron,
and. Yeah.
and you trip over,
What can I trip over?
but because you have someone behind you, you're fine. You catch back in front of who you believe is the person, but they feel a bit. There's a tail, but the furbolg's not there.
Okay.
Oh shit.
But there's a tail.
Yeah, because who was in front of you?
Surely I've noticed that I'm not
Lion.
touching somebody.
Right.
Sorry?
My tail's
Surely I've
between you.
noticed I haven't
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
hold of anyone
Yeah.
else.
Just gonna grab
You've
it.
just been blown
Nice
away
and
from it.
firm.
So you're just
But it's not that,
separated.
like-
You
Oh,
can't
okay.
see the pine, it's thick
It's
with
like
snow.
that small thing.
I will
Sometimes.
shout
It's
at
funny,
the
but
top
I
of my
still give a shit.
voice
Right.
in the hopes that they hear.
Okay, so you're just shouting. Make a
It's paid for as well.
Nothing else you can do.
performance check, please.
Performance.
Yeah.
Don't know that one off the top of my head. Oh, great, you would do a fucking performance,
I
wouldn't
mean, you're shouting loudly. What else would you like to do?
Can I do a I was about to say spot hidden, but this is not Call of Cthulhu.
No, it's not.
I relate.
4.
Actually, this is about as close as D&D gets to Call of Cthulhu without going gothic. Sorry, 4.
4.
Oh, wow. Would you like to do your 4?
It was a -1. I have a -1 on performance. So it's still a bad roll anyway.
Okay. So I'm going to say that as you move your hand to shout, the cold takes your breath away and knocks you a little bit winded.
Can I do a perception check?
No.
I am going.
Sorry, who was? Did you have your arm
Agron.
on?
Agron.
Julia.
Yes, Julia.
Yeah.
And I've told Agron that he feels a tail hit and they wouldn't expect. So you've already spotted that.
Yeah.
You can roll a perception check because no one else could have perceived it.
Yeah.
But I'm behind him though.
Doesn't matter. It's the whole. This has happened because of the blizzard.
15.
15.
That's actually quite good for me. I'm quite happy with
The
that.
furball suddenly seemed to get very small.
It's not that like, whoa, why have you?
Who grabbed my tail? Bang!
Miss hits the elf behind.
Yeah.
Roll
It's
a
like
roll a d4. And you can roll a dexterity check to see if you're
I'll turn into.
at disadvantage.
I'd like to turn into a polar bear,
Just one sec. Just see what these
which
do.
would give me.
But I have like.
Just because you've done your action to shout, so
Yeah,
it's going to see what
better
they
I have a
eyesight and
proficiency
stuff,
in
wouldn't it?
dexterity checks,
Theory and
so-
That's fine.
Does that cancel out the disadvantage?
It's a proficiency, so no. You still get your proficiency.
Okay, that's 9. Sorry,
Oh,
not supposed to
Don't
say
worry, that's fine.
Yeah.
so is it a 9? Is that right?
No.
Oh, right. I was
Sorry.
like
No, 14.
14. You spot it come in. You don't actually get hit, but you realise the tail's coming.
Yeah.
Everyone just stood underneath me like, hello.
So I'm going to say you've got 2 or 3 seconds to do anything else before we go back to the furball.
I would tell the guys that that the big fur ball from behind me is gone, and now I have a dwarf attached to my tail. Because I feel like I'd be pretty pissed about a dwarf attached. To
You're all actually touching each other one way or another, so it's reasonable that you'd hear that, I believe. So, but that's all you've got time to do. So are you doing your spell?
You're talking to me now,
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry, Sid.
Yes.
So Sidon, you're going to turn yourself into a polar bear.
And I'm going to use my keen sense of smell to try and find them.
Okay.
Because I've been a polar bear before, so in theory I'd know their sense.
Who? Everybody roll a perception check.
Oh shit!
And
I
you
know what
roll
you're gonna do
a
now.
nature. You roll a. One sec. And Siddle, can you roll a. What type of check is this going to be? Roll a nature check.
Right, this dice tower's no good for these metals. It's going to get stuck in the doorway. Fuck off. That one.
Okay. Run it down. What you've each got.
Nat 20.
15.
19.
Agron, what you got?
19.
Okay. Luckily, you've all seen this polar bear before. Although he seems like he's trying to attack you and you don't know why. The polar bear comes bounding in, smelling his friends, but looks like he's attacking them.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
There's something familiar about him with that roll.
This polar bear has
Oh,
a
I didn't say I didn't recognise it.
It's because technically I've never seen the polar bear before,
No, that's why
but
yeah.
I recognise the bright pink whiff of hair at the front.
The blue. The
When
blue
you turn into
fur
an animal, does it make your clothes disappear?
I
Please tell me
don't know.
you
It just
look
says
like
you
me.
can.
Or are you like the Hulk walking around like the stretchiest shorts?
It doesn't. I don't think it actually says. Anyway, wild shape. You stay in B shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, rounded down, so 1 hour. You then revert to your normal form unless you spend another use of this feature. You can revert to your normal form earlier by using a bonus action on your turn. You automatically revert if you fall unconscious, drop to 0 hit points, or die. So it doesn't say.
In actual fact, what you all realise, the 3 of you that have seen the polar bear before know exactly who the polar bear is. Okay?
Yeah.
The polar bear still looks like he's attacking you all, but isn't actually attacking you. You realise this is a polar bear that looks a bit strange in the way it's acting, but actually you can tell he's not trying to attack you. So it's not that moving like you'd expect a polar bear.
The bow and arrow will be out and be like.
That's fine. But you can see what I'm getting. Your perception check is showing you it's not actually coming to eat you.
Yeah. Okay.
What do I do? If you all roll badly there, that could have
Yeah,
been
I
very
had a
interesting.
feeling. As soon as you said rolls, I'm like, oh shit, I know this dude.
Hey, it was your idea. You rolled very badly.
It's exactly what would have happened in that situation in real life if that could actually happen.
In real life, when I turn into a polar bear.
Yeah, the nightly occurrence. Well, I say actually you can only do that twice every long rest, but I haven't had a long rest.
I had a realisation, and you'll appreciate this.
You
Dad
turned into a
bod.
polar bear one night.
No, unrelated, but similar. Dad bod is just straight for bear.
Yeah.
No comment.
What?
For those of you that aren't part of the LGBTQ,
IA plus.
or is it IA plus?
IA plus now, yeah.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah.
A bear is a large, hairy man.
Wow.
Who tends to be in charge?
So that would be
okay,
me
so-
this evening.
So not you.
Upon reaching the party, I'm going to turn back into my form so that I can hold on
Into
to
a
someone
large
without
And that's just
clawing.
instant bonus action, just
Yeah.
does it, yep.
So the bear,
So that I can hold on to them without clawing.
Yeah,
How many times can you do that? Is that-
Why
Twice
stay a
per long
polar
rest.
bear in a blizzard? That'd be really unuseful.
Dude,
Good
yes.
idea, Sid. You waste
You could
that.
go to the front and we could
Oh
hold
yeah,
your
you see, I
tail.
thought about that, but
I was going to ride him.
They all know you're a polar bear as well.
can we just revert back so he can ride me? That would be cool.
Please, I'm glad I was recording. Like, I'm really glad I was recording.
We're
We
talking
need to
about
meme
bear-
that.
bears.
We'll just see whereabouts on the screen.
Bears and riding.
That needs to be a meme. Can we revert back so he can ride me? Yes, we can, Sid.
see you later.
Like, I don't want to be there for that.
dear.
You're filming it.
Since it's my favourite terrain, I can see it all clear.
He's already told me I'm two penises.
You just constantly walk around going, fuck me, and I'm like, no, you're too penisy. Or my other favourite, you're not the lover I'm looking for.
I love it.
Again, for those of you that don't know, my girlfriend and Sid are cousins. So they both have the same surname.
And Sid wants
Yes, I did notice that one.
Colin to ride him.
It's a bit like.
And Sid, and they both want me to ride them this evening, apparently. No, just one.
Try. Well, good, well attempted.
Yeah.
There,
the
sir.
AC just doubled.
I mean, I'll give you 10 out of 10 for effort. I'm not gonna lie.
That's definitely a much harder charisma check than you were going to have.
hang on. We're going to go down this route.
Performance check.
No, that's the actual act. Oh, an 8. What do I get? Plus?
Disadvantage, I think.
Disadvantage. Oh, it got worse.
Wow.
Oh dear.
So, well, that was
That's
my night ruined.
No, you're still getting ridden.
No, I'm riding.
Oh yeah, you're
I'm the
right.
rider.
I just have the imagine of
He's
this
the riding.
dwarf.
Hey,
So
so just what
just-
you are now, riders on the storm.
Right, come on.
So just to clarify then, am I still a polar bear or not?
I'll let you decide. You
Yeah.
can be ridden if you really, really want to be.
Yes.
I will stay a polar bear.
He really wants
But
it.
not for that reason.
Sorry,
Okay.
not for that reason. So you're not letting him ride you?
If he asks nicely and buys me dinner first. Again.
Again? Oh, right. I didn't vote you.
Now, the polar bear is leading the party. With your navigator on top.
The bear's in charge.
Golden compass.
Bareback, I like to
Yeah,
add.
bareback.
Yeah.
bareback.
Yeah. Oh, not that hard.
Oh dear God.
Is it
Well,
Stop pulling the fur.
It's a sciatica playing up. So what's the order behind the
Always.
polar bear?
I'm taking the rear.
It's already been taken, it sounds like.
I thought I'd give you that one.
That's what she said.
Oh dear.
This is going to be nothing but innuendos all night.
In your
That's
end,
this game. That's
my
why we
favourite.
haven't got very far.
Right, so we've so far gone about a mile. So, what's the order behind the polar bear?
I don't give a shit. I'm riding the motherfucker. Are you still behind me?
Yes.
Cool.
Are you putting your hand on the
Is
polar
it?
bear's bum?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
grabbing
think
its
you'd be
tail.
able to spot the polar bear. It's a lot larger than we were.
It's also white against white. That's
And
in a
it's
blizzard.
night time. In a blizzard.
Is it nighttime, or is it nighttime, daytime?
It's night time.
Is it nighttime or daytime?
Can't see the moon.
So nighttime, daytime, I would assume.
Nighttime,
That was a
nighttime.
nice little poem. You can't see the moon. That would be the magic one, I would assume.
Nope. This dice needs to go in the bin.
So,
Broken.
who's behind the lion?
I am.
Yeah,
Everyone,
he's holding my tail still.
and Stoven bringing up the rear.
Winner.
Cool. You carrying on towards where you think you were going before.
Yes.
Okay. Are you being led by the polar bear, or are you leading the polar bear?
A combination.
No, a combination.
So we're working together.
Okay. What's your... Yours is +3. As a polar bear, what is it smell that you have as a keen set? What does that give you, that smell ability?
Stop, bro.
Yeah, the bear has advantage on wisdom checks that rely on smell.
It's one time I look at your dice.
I'm going to give you advantage on this roll, but you're going to get
What are you going to see?
Castiel's bonuses. Okay? Ooh,
Story of
Julie,
my life.
what the first roll was.
Rolled it and you don't need it.
Oh.
That advantage may well be useful. It also might not.
I was going to say, I can't see the second one. So...
Cool. Alright.
Just imagine it was walking
So just to
on.
remind you, even though you worked out the trick, you decided not to tie yourselves together.
Oh, for fuck's sake, why did we forget?
I mean, you knew it and still didn't do it.
I want a polar.
Am I technically tied to her tail?
I mean, yeah,
No,
technically
wrap-
my tail
wrap
could
it round.
defo be wrapped around him.
That would
I mean, you
hurt.
didn't say, I'm
Right.
wrapping my tail around it. You could absolutely have
Also,
done that.
I'll
Something's happened, but I did that
we'll
thing
get
that
the
stopped
cat-
that thing
we'll
happening.
tie the cat's tail round
Yeah, but
something
my
and see how he
cat, my cat is very
I think there'll be a lot of these sounds.
An 8-foot lion.
Yeah, you're right. One's more likely to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm a good lion. I haven't killed him yet.
Right. If I take your finger
And
and
tie,
snap
and tie a knot in
it,
it.
what are you going to do?
No, because I can just curl it around him. That ties around him under his
It's
arm.
not that fucking long. He's a dwarf.
You don't have a
not
prehensile tail.
midget. There's a bone
enough
inside
to
the
get around
tail.
it.
I
Right.
think you need to Google like.
You're not a monkey
Okay.
with a prehensile tail.
Yes, Google Tails.
Stone, can you roll a perception check? And who else needs to? One other person will need to. It's going to be Lasmura is going to be the other one.
Perception.
19.
19.
God bless that.
4. Cool. I mean, there's a blizzard.
Yeah. It's
It's happened again.
It's normal though.
Someone's disappeared in front of you. You're now. There's a lion's tail, and you know to be wary
Now,
of it.
Just so you know, it's an hour I stay as a polar bear, so you'll have to tell me when I now come back.
Don't you worry, I'm all over that.
So I didn't see who
I've dropped.
Oh shit!
I guess what's probably happened is because of the thick snow, there's been some kind of deviation in the ground, and due to your height, you just dropped, and you're like up to your head, and everyone's just carried on. Over to
Can I step on it as we
you.
go?
You don't know where he is. You just know he's gone from in front of you.
No, I know, but this is like accidentally pushing people.
You can roll. You've already done
Well,
perception,
yeah,
which is
there's-
quite high. You can roll a dexterity with disadvantage, and yeah, just roll this and we'll see what you do first of all.
That'd be a 12.
12. You just actually catch sight of something on the floor as you trip over it.
Yeah, gotcha.
It may be like about the size of like a head,
Okay.
but on the
Do I
floor.
kick it by accident? or something?
Your foot has collided with it.
Okay.
Roll a d4.
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 Ah, shit. That's the wrong one. It caught on the corner of my hand.
What?
That's a 1.
A 1.
Yeah.
Take 1 damage.
Oh! What, him?
Yeah, you just kicked him in the head.
Kick me in the head.
Low is better. Okay.
And that's what's happened. I mean, you two don't know this has happened. The polar bear and Castiel do not know this has happened because no
Do
one's
I
said
know?
anything. No, you
Because I
rolled
would
a
have been
4.
too far off.
No, you rolled a 4.
Oh, so I don't have to roll a perception.
No,
No, because
there's
I'm looking
no
forward to
way.
it.
I rolled a 4 and was like, oh, it's snowy.
I reckon we bugger off.
And Stovin very particularly didn't say anything, I noticed, when he saw it happen and kicked him in the head.
What?
Just kick me in the head. Can I?
I didn't know I could react more.
Oh yeah, always.
it.
Oh yeah. So in fact, you haven't just as we're talking. Just if you want to do something,
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Say it.
Literally.
because as you notice when people say the wrong
grab
thing,
his head.
they get-
Yeah.
My head.
So you grab his head as you trip over him.
No, after I tripped over him, I go and grab his head.
So you're gonna pick him up by his head.
I don't know it's a head, so yeah. Grab it and
Okay,
pick
so
it
you're
up.
pick it up and okay. As you put your hands around it, you realise that it's weightier than you think. You're just gonna yank it.
Yeah. I pull him out.
You say
I'm
anything.
gonna scream.
Okay.
Get off.
Roll a performance to see if he hears you in the
fact that you're
blizzard.
not reacting to this at all. It's very weird.
That's why I'm like, what is his
What the
performance?
fuck are you doing?
He's just booted him in the head as well, though, so that
I
might
don't
affect
know I
him.
booted him in the head though. I just know I kicked
Yeah,
something.
you don't, but he's aware.
Yeah,
of
he's
it.
definitely knows.
And he still hasn't said
Sorry?
anything.
Yeah, he can hear you. What do you say?
Get the hell off me!
Oh,
Just kick me in the head,
So you just let go.
Yeah.
and then I want to start climbing out my hole.
By the way, you are carrying on for the time being because she hasn't perceived that anything's changed.
I didn't know. I have
So
no
us three
idea that
just
this is going
trudging on.
Yeah.
Cracking on.
They're
Yeah.
doing their old Lord of the Rings.
It's okay. It's my favourite terrain.
Yes, you
It's
can
going
say
really
that.
well
It's
so
going
far.
really well.
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
the one that's been allowed to roll for terrain.
Okay.
Kick me
Actually,
in the
I'll
Does
let.
everyone like it?
I think that's a good thing, don't you think?
Oh, you think?
So as they take a few steps forward, can I see?
It's only taken 10 seconds, this whole interchange. It's
10
quite-
seconds.
You've fallen down, you've been kicked in the head, he's reached forward,
We've
you've
made it to the
screamed.
mountain.
It's been about 10 seconds.
Alright.
So I can't say how far away they are from you because you wouldn't know.
Because you can't see, because it's night time.
Sharpish, mate.
Is everyone alright?
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I just got kicked in the head.
You can't hear them.
Yeah, that was
Still safe.
Okay, so I will help you get out of the snow if you want.
I'll find out.
Has he climbed out the snow?
You want to climb up?
Yeah. Try.
Roll an athletics check.
You can't hear you. You're going to speak up, mate.
The dwarf and the elf didn't say anything.
Oh yeah. There's nothing attached to the tail anymore.
I'm not sure I want to leave you alone with my child with anger.
You come over and I'm like, you come back to the guy and I'm like, I lost your son. So let's go on a hunt.
Got 11.
11. Yeah,
Dylan will probably find me and I'll be in the middle of the mountain.
It's thick snow, there's still bits of ground where you are.
Just
Not
whatever
like
you
it's
do,
just
don't
a bit
let
of a
them play
dip, so
hide and
that's-
seek.
Perception check.
Yeah.
What are you trying to perceive?
Don't fuckers.
So you're trying to work out where they are.
Yeah.
So you can choose to roll a perception, or in this instance, a survival check would also be doable. So your choice, I think survival will probably be better because that'll suit your favourite terrain situation. I think
We have stopped,
you've stopped.
Same thing.
and are we going to try and
Same thing.
use
You
the
roll
bear?
away and follow its rules and tell me what you've rolled.
I suggest we tie ourselves together.
15.
Yeah.
15.
I think that's a good idea.
Right. What are you guys doing?
I'm sniffing
We're
out
doing
these
some
guys
rope.
after these guys have told me that
So what you're staying quiet and tying yourselves up. You are unsure.
Well, she
You're
might make a bit of
definitely
noise.
sure they're not behind where you think.
She makes
And you know which
some
direction they
noise.
were going.
Gotcha.
Trot off
You
there,
can't
innit?
see them just because they're far enough away to be
Yeah,
out.
that's what I was going for.
So,
Yes.
do you want to go trudging after
I
them?
didn't. It's difficult because it's a good roll, but if they were doing anything to draw any attention to themselves, you would have seen it, but they haven't.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want
You
to?
should probably like
What do you want
shout.
to do? Do you want to go tracing?
No.
I know they're in that direction.
Yeah, just try
approximately.
and continue the direction that we were walking. That we've just climbed out this cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
So you're walking forwards
Yeah.
in the direction you believe you were going before.
You're going to do any furry stuff.
I don't know what I can do over the roll.
You're a fucking bear. You can
Bear.
bear stuff.
Just polar shit.
Holy shit, I don't know what bears do. your character. You
know,
can do that
players
whole
tend to
finding thing
bury
that you did
themselves.
5
I
minutes
feel like
ago.
it should become the Furbolg again and just have you on his back or something.
Piggyback.
You guys played that?
What the fuck are you doing?
3D.
Nothing.
I played a
Mental.
3D game.
No, I was stood there sniffing a second ago.
You're sniffing to try and find out where they are.
That's why I was sat here like an idiot going.
Genuinely, I didn't hear you say the bit. I just saw you sniffing.
I don't think you did
I've
say it.
actually
I didn't
thought-
say anything, I just
Oh,
sat
right.
here and went.
Yeah.
Look, we're in a group of mainly guys on a hot day, right? and there's a lot of people in this room that fart a lot, right?
I
I'm
was
just saying.
acting for once, damn it!
Yeah, no, fair enough. I didn't realise. I thought it was real Sid.
Yeah,
It was
so,
in between-
It was so good, Sid. We didn't realise.
It
you
was
were
in
acting.
between checking your phone and sharing stories or whatever it was you were doing, so I had no idea.
So Sid's
apologies for missing.
trying to. You probably need reception then, or something.
No, it's quite easy to smell them with the skills that you have. You know the direction they're in. You can't say how far away they are, but you know where you know the direction they're in. So you can look directly back to where you've come from. That they are in that
Look
direction.
at these guys and sort of making.
I'm on your back.
Oh, you're still on my back, right?
Can you look at him while he's on your back? I want you to
No,
just
no,
act
I
that way.
thought
Can
you
please act
Falls
that
over,
way?
and now I'm in the snow like fucking me.
I thought you tied off my back. I didn't realise you were still on. So he's.
So you're tied on. Sorry, you're tied on to the polar bear's back.
And is the Leonis
Well, it's
being
more
dragged
like
along?
a-
If I start running, is the lion going to get dragged along like a?
I mean, yeah.
Water skiing.
Yeah.
You've got blinkers on and all sorts now.
Full on golden
Gag,
compass.
gag going on.
Got
Cool.
a bridle.
In that case, I will head towards these guys.
Hold on, babe.
To experiment.
She's just water skiing behind, like we're full on slaloming. No.
I've started off slowly so that they know.
They're not that far behind us.
Yeah.
It's been like a few seconds.
By the way, the new chef, not the one that you all heard earlier. They are the best three fries I've had for ages. Since George.
Well, considering the new chef is currently sat up here painting, I don't
No, it's not him.
No.
The other new chef.
Ah, no. Okay, yeah.
They're both new chefs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry for you, maybe. Yeah.
First time Mal's cooked for me.
So yeah, we found him now.
So are you just following the polar bear, or are you just sat there letting him drag you along?
We described it as your jet skiing.
Down.
You jet skiing.
Yeah.
Roll athletics. Or acrobatics, whichever you believe you better.
That's it, done. Click the button. Yeah, more than
20. Dirty 20.
And somehow, it doesn't make any sense because it's snow, not ice, it's working.
She's off-piste skiing.
Yes, it's beast.
So first, I've got +4 to my athletics, so I was like, oh.
Can you get any more drink trail?
You styled it out. No, but can I give you
I like
this?
that.
I'm supposed to.
Can I give you that whilst you go, just as in it's done with? Thank you. You got it? Cool. Right, so we have a polar bear with a winged creature on its back, dragging a lion jet skiing
What skiing?
behind. No, it's neither really. It's snow skiing.
Snowboarding.
Skiing. It's just skiing.
It's just skiing. I was like, why are we defining it?
It's because of the lead bit, actually.
Well, you still power ski. Where you get pulled by one of those snow.
Sled ski type thing.
Yeah.
Alright, go anyway.
I went Nordic skiing in Canada
I
once.
love how we've
You
normalised.
mean you walked on skis? That's all
Yeah.
that is.
It's a lot of
It doesn't
hard
take.
work.
It doesn't take
There's
very
nothing
long.
Nordic about that. That's just
Oh.
not skiing. It's getting to a hill.
That's walking with really long shoes on.
See, are you walking or bounding or running?
It's not walking because I can tell that they're not that far behind.
Yeah.
Cool. Also,
You see them coming.
see him.
You're looking out
I've seen
for
someone
it.
do that.
Your
Great.
survival's doing all right at the moment.
Yeah.
It's good.
You've met each
Turn around
other.
and go back the other way.
I whip out a giant bit of
No
rope
snow.
and we lasso each other all together.
So you're all lassoed together.
Yes.
Downhill.
Is that after seeing us lot tied together? You're going, I want in on this.
Yes. And I want to be.
You
I want to water ski.
kinky bitch.
I want to water ski.
Are we tying something to the dwarf?
You're all lassoed together.
We're all lassoed.
Now I'm gonna run.
Lassoed. Lassoed. Specifically lassoed.
Specifically lassoed.
And now I'm going to run with them all on the back.
Let's go.
You just see,
What's going to happen
Eldritch
is
Blast! Eldritch Blast!
you just see
No,
this
I'm behind
dwarf.
you!
I'm doing it to his ass.
Oh, right.
I feel like it's going to be a real cowboys and Indians scene where they've got the horses.
no, what's going to happen now is I'm going to turn it back into a
We
furball halfway
appear
through the room.
we move backwards. It's not going well.
You just see this
Yep.
elf elegantly skiing behind. Like,
Is that always moving at the start?
You've technically right back where you started.
Didn't I see the mountain and so know the direction?
Yep.
So
And
we
then
have to
you
go back and get numbers.
right. Basically, you've been in a blizzard for roughly 2 hours.
And you've got
There's been a lot of fucking about. You're roughly where you started, but the blizzard seems to be dying down. It's not
Good
gone
timing,
completely. There's
If it's been
reasonably.
2 hours, I'll be turning back into a...
Yeah, that was why I knew, because I already had a reference to when the blizzard was over. So, as the blizzard stops, the wind drops, the snow is still falling reasonably thickly, so it's not easy to see, but you do have better visibility. You can now see the mountain ahead of you. That's where you are. What would you like to do?
Set off again.
Yeah, now,
So you're going to crack on.
now we can see again. Let's head back there, right?
You say back there, we've never got to it.
Alright, let's head there then.
So when you get to this point here, what would you like to do? So you've got to the base of that kind of valley
Is it like a
area.
crevasse now? So if it, just going in.
Fill it with my mighty
Mighty
juice.
We did that
Sorry, was that after the ride? Yeah.
I'm a bit excited.
That's how it ends.
Well, at least you don't need to worry about the failed charisma check now.
I'm good. I'll go to sleep.
Every time.
It's not my fault.
I mean, that's all of us.
Biological.
Everyone here is like,
that's just normal.
if I can't sleep, I wake her up. Sorry, I'm on the street.
Sorry,
Amber.
Amber.
That was me and Alan both sorry.
Sorry. But in fairness, you want to marry me. So.
If you wake me up, I'm gonna July.
I'm not going to iPad her. I forget that we're on the street.
That's why Cal never wants to do it, because he knows he'll just say something stupid.
Oh, okay.
I nearly just whacked all them drinks out of cakes. How am I doing that?
it's been fucking wired like a madman. I can handle sugar better than I can handle asparagus.
Okay. Who? All of you can make a survival check where you are now, because that's where you've been going. You've gone to the point you're kind of pointing at.
Ooh.
There's no advantage or disadvantage, but if you have any skill checks for nature, first survival checks, then you get to add any bonuses.
18.
18.
Survival, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, 18.
18.
16.
High rolls.
17.
Agron's going to fail, isn't he? Terribly. He's been very careful not to fall down any dips in the snow.
Searching rather hard.
14.
Yeah.
Agron gets hit by a boulder.
There tends to be the direction of the boulder. There's a wood elf.
You all find evidence of activity in the area. Now,
Oh yeah.
sorry, one second.
He's got a temple in.
Let's go.
So,
They
are
will
we
just
dead?
pause the live stream so you can buy your beer.
Actually, it's not beer.
Oh, it's not even a beer, it's a Pepsi Max. It's what you get for bringing the fuzz into the game.
So between you all, as you crest a snow-covered ridge, you can see a frozen, dismembered corpse in the gully in front of you.
Ooh.
Snow covers some of the gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse, and telltale grooves in the snow, left behind by a sled that has been hauled away.
It's been taken.
Can I investigate the body?
So Agron just said something first, but he's not very loud to
Can I loot the torso?
Loot the torso.
So go
Okay.
investigate it.
Roll investigation. What were you wanting to say?
I was saying, can I investigate the body?
Okay, go join him. You both can roll investigation.
And I'm doing a perception check of the area in case
Okay.
of there's any.
I rolled 18.
14.
14. You,
You're supposed to roll a real die.
Can I see any tracks
I know, but
anywhere
I'd
from?
Save me doing
there is an obvious track
Yeah.
leading away.
Cool.
Sorry, so 14 and 18.
Yeah.
So it becomes obvious whilst you're investigating the torso that it's clearly a Yeti attack.
Cool,
In
cool.
fact, the Yeti has clearly either eaten or taken his arms and most of his internal organs
Oh, rip.
Oh, it's
Yummy.
hungry.
before leaving with
Probably
poor
hungry.
Ubox, as it's clearly the dwarf that had been mentioned to you before, severed head. Both Ubok's tracks and the Yeti's tracks were erased by the wind. There's not a lot for you to find. There's a body and bits of broken stuff.
I wasn't going to desecrate the corpse of a fallen dwarf, but if you want to do that to your own people, that's cool.
My people are allowed to.
So we can't see where it went. It just the tracks all dissipated.
No, I was just going to go back to Siddle, who's doing the look for where they're going. So can you roll a survival check? Sorry?
No.
Yes.
7.
7, okay. You wanted to do it as well. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you to roll, but that's the last time you're going to be able to make this check.
Yep.
'Cause
So survival.
you wouldn't know you failed, you'd think there just aren't any tracks.
21.
21. And so you're, what is it you're actually doing?
I'm
You're
looking
looking
for
at
Yeti.
any Yetis. Specifically, you're on Yeti watch.
Yeah.
And obviously if you see anything else, you tell them, but that's right.
Pretty much.
No.
And
that
what did
is
you roll for
a
your
wolf.
perception?
No, I was
I'm
going to
not
say that's a
gonna-
dire wolf. I'm not going to tell him that.
Don't give a shit, I'm looking for
20
a
plus.
20 plus.
Yeah, like 24.
Just so you know, this is really important, and not
Big
all
dog, big dog, Brett,
not all
Dirty
DMs
20,
do
dirty
this.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an 18 plus.
So what I'm saying is, when you say 20 plus to me, I want your exact total,
Gotcha.
because some ACs or DCs might be higher than 20.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm not one of these that goes, you can't do that,
Yeah.
because you wouldn't know you can't do that if you haven't picked up on the hints, because I'm usually a signposter of clues. If you've missed it, you might die. There has to be a chance you can die.
Yeah.
If there's a cliff and you want to jump off it, you're going to die, unless something miraculous happens.
Okay.
Like your wings start to work again because they defrosted.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
That's going to need more than a 20, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You don't just cast mending on this.
No, 'cause
It's a biological...
It was a joke.
Anyway, so 24 you said at one point, so
Yeah.
it's 24 you've actually rolled.
Yes.
Cool. I'll bear that in mind. That's fine. And you rolled for the survival check that you did?
21.
21. Okay, you can tell that the tracks were made within the hour, but these tracks aren't what you thought they were as you start to look more closely at them. They are smaller than you would expect from a Yeti.
It's a baby Yeti.
So they don't change, they just.
No, so there was clear tracks leading the way, and you've seen a Yeti attack. But when you've got close, you've realised that the tracks aren't a Yeti that you're
Yeah.
looking at now. So you can't see any Yeti tracks. They belong to half a dozen small humanoid type creatures
Ooh.
with some kind of snowshoe, but it's not anywhere near the size you'd expect for like a human.
So when we're saying small, we're talking like dwarf, or are we talking, you know what I mean?
The halfling.
It's hard to tell from the tracks. You look at
Yeah.
the snowshoes, which are obviously an odd
Yeah,
shape
well,
as well.
yeah.
They're not as big and as heavy as you'd expect a human to make.
Yeah.
They're bigger than like an animal's footprints.
Okay.
So
I found a load of prints. Damn it, word.
sorry, what are you asking?
No, I just can't talk. I've forgotten how to talk. Give me a second. I found a load of footprints. Do you guys, shall we follow these? It looks like they've taken the sled.
Yes.
So the blizzard's died down, so talking between each other is just an easy thing to do.
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna
So you're all going to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the moment, from what you can see and where you are, you're around a valley. So although you can see enough, like you'd see a yeti coming towards you unless it was really well hidden,
Yeah.
which you know they
got
could
that
be,
and
which
yes.
you
the
wouldn't
door
know
over.
that. You haven't got a lot of distance in your visibility because you've still got heavy snowfall. It's not flat,
Yeah.
so nothing that you can see seems out of the ordinary.
Okay. So
Okay.
nothing
Yeah,
highly promising.
that you can see. There's nothing that's a danger to you.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
bear in mind
Nobody's watching us, basically.
that you can see. No one's watching you.
Okay.
You can see like the.
Cool.
So you're following the tracks. Yep. Give me your run order.
So these are all the highest towers.
Same as before.
Well, I guess I'm leading.
With you in front.
You're in front.
So me, you.
Wait, Sid.
Isn't it? So that'll be
Oh no, yeah, originally it was me, Sid, but then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's my
Should we tie a rope to one another?
This is just why I should put you off.
I don't think we need to. It's not a
I can
blizzard.
see. Just tell me like this one's got certain.
I don't know. We seem to bungle quite a bit.
I think we'll be all right.
There's blizzard.
I know. I was trying to hide it.
Make
so
it.
you didn't lose. Ew, why not polish it? Help me polish it.
You've broken your tower now.
It's too big.
That's what she said.
So you're telling me this is 3D printed, right?
Yeah.
So how come it's not like a line like running through?
No idea. That's
Ah, shit. I forgot. I was supposed to, while we're sat here doing a token, I was doing the sorting stream
He
out.
says he's very good at what he does.
Just
Because we've tuned the print as well.
No,
When you
I
think
know.
of that,
Look,
just for the purposes of where we are, I'm sorry, Snowden, but you're an orc right now because I forgot to do your token. That was supposed to do while I was sat here and sorting it out. So that orc is you for now, and I'll sort it whilst we're playing rather than have you wait for it to happen.
Gotcha.
So that's your order that you're going in.
Well, it's not snowing anymore.
It is.
I have no idea.
Do you want it to snow?
I recognise this place.
This looks very familiar. I feel like we're about to be attacked.
I feel like I've been here before.
I've actually forgotten how I made it snow because that one since we played this game.
Not shit.
Smile.
Really good.
What? You like thermo treaties or whatever?
No, just
They come off the printer like that.
They come off the printer like that.
What printer have we got, like?
We've got a combination. We've got an Ender 3, an Ender 3 Plus, two Ender 3 Pros, an Ender 5 Pro, a CR10.
Are you still on
CRX.
TV? You're still on.
Yes, we are.
And
Do you
Sunloom.
mind if I just chat to you about it?
No, it's fine. Fine. Just finding some bits, but yeah, we've got a
CRX.
CRX
Ender 5.
Ender 5 Pro, all
Pro.
pros, and then the Sunloom,
Sunloom S8.
and we just
I'm
the
sure I've already set it
rainbow
up to
ones
snow, but I
are
can't
just
remember which.
a standard filament. Really, they're not even a special filament. They just come off like that. It's partly the design and the partly just sort of looking after the machines.
You are putting them in a plastic bag.
No idea.
So, how expensive is the unit? Then?
Well, depending on what you go for. So your enders are about 2 to
How
3.
about the rainbow one? Like, just start with that.
The rainbow filament, we get it. I think you're looking usually between sort of £20 to £25 for 100. Sorry, not 100.
A kilo.
A kilo, sorry.
Right.
And the printers for an end, probably better off with an Ender 3 Pro, which you're looking about £200 to £300 off
Really?
Amazon.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not expensive to get into. It's very difficult.
Because you have to keep maintaining them, and
So do you have to program them? Like, what did
No.
you steal
No.
that recipe or?
We have 7 printers, and there's always at least one out of action
Yeah.
at times.
So
Should we do a break? Do you want a break?
No.
No.
I'm just standing
No,
up
no, no,
That's
sorry,
fine,
that's
just
what I
checking.
said. I didn't
No,
mean to
sorry.
interrupt.
I don't want to be rude and talk over you. That's all.
yeah, so it's just,
Okay.
you just get the files online,
Wow.
and
Wow,
that's
wow.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
We have the commercial license for them, but that's it.
Yeah, so we buy most of the files we have.
It's only got, but
Okay, sorry. Thank
yeah,
you.
no worries, man.
Brilliant.
So I don't think I've been rude, but I also don't want to just start shouting over him. Cool.
Just a mild advert for our 3D printing business, Dyson with Dragons.
That's what I thought. Cool. Alright, so you are walking down here. How long are you happy to follow the tracks for?
Ever.
Until they end.
Until the end.
My head's on a
Okay.
swivel.
Until
My
something
head's on a
happens.
Or something happens, yeah.
My head's on my neck.
I'm literally
Sorry,
imitating an owl like that's on LSD.
He said his head's on a swivel, and I'm like, I'm just paying attention. Peripheral vision. I'm a half angel, half bird person. So I see it.
It's like doing your half angel thing, which just means you're like cocky as shit. I don't care. I'm riding a bear.
Why is it doing this? So
I mean, that had nothing to do with me being an angel. I'm just a character.
it's not letting me find some of the things that I know we have. Why is that?
Is it because?
Well, do you want to take a little break while you find stuff?
Well, it should just be there. Like it should use. I can just drag it on, but it's not letting me. It's telling me to get them from premium assets, but we shouldn't need to do that. So just taking
Are you?
there's another way I can do it, so I'll do it that way.
Which one's left?
I'm logged into the Geek Bar one.
Don't you normally do it on yours?
No.
No, because it's a DM on that. That's why you can control it.
Got a dead leg. So it's not if you log.
No, it's just some homeless man that's stolen a spot, so it's kind of like.
Just test this out.
More than one. Yeah, it seems a bit weird. I can't remember, what's that one?
The obelisk.
Obelix. Yeah, in that case, I think it's the Necro Obelix.
Definitely.
But it's a straight down.
Well,
I thought there may be a kick or bump in the middle.
There usually is on designs.
There's a slot- there's
Oh yeah, there's a
slot.
slope at the bottom, that's all, yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, that means painting solid black and then giving like green highlights.
Yes.
That should really be there, but that's
And
fine.
then advertising video that.
How much are those ones? 50 quid?
Dice tray, mate.
Dice tray's not as cool as a dice tower.
And you can paint it. Customize it to your liking. Or
Which
I
is
think
why
that-
we print them all in primer grey.
Yes.
there is also a limited edition rainbow one as well, if you want to show your pride. Although I think Pride Week's over. But you can still be proud.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah, I haven't bothered changing our logo. Socials. Because
Oh, we are going to be talking to, do you know, she never told us her name, but there's a trans lady at a geek retreat, and she wants to do like a
LGBTQIA plus. Like,
That just keeps getting longer and longer every year.
Okay, so it's thick with snow. There's some noises in front of you.
oh no.
So I'm going to ping the direction that those noises are coming from for you. So they're coming from kind of over here somewhere. Is that on the screen?
so we're heading down.
Just stop it.
That's where it should be, just out of view. So you can't see the ping though.
no. Well,
That's where the sound's coming from. So
Look at the bottom where it says Samsung.
Do we all hear that, I take it?
it's sounds of. How do I describe it? Like it's like a gaggle almost of something.
So it's a
teenage
turkey.
girls,
Not quite. More like
teenage
small-
boys.
Adron, roll perception, and
Dwarf.
if that's Stoven, you can as well.
Okay, cool.
It's broken. Don't want it.
14.
9.
You know the sound, but you can't place it. Stoven, definitely goblins in front.
I tell everyone because I don't like goblins.
How do you tell everyone?
Fuckers, this goblin's ahead.
So you whispered is what I
I
was
whispered the
trying
chain
to-
up the chain up the.
So
So as it passes
you're
on-
whispering it up a chain.
Yes.
Cool. Each of you are going to roll a performance
Roll
check
check
down the
to
line.
see if it gets-
Ah,
Yeah.
Chinese
As
whispers.
soon as you said it, I'm like, I know where it's going.
Okay, so
Okay,
I'm
so
kind of
Stoven
front
first,
button.
roll your performance check, please. You can have advantage.
Oh
You're
my
excited. You want them to know.
Oh shit, so glad I got advantage. That would be 11.
Ooh. Right, with that 11, you can roll with disadvantage your performance check.
Damn it!
7.
7. Awesome. You can roll with disadvantage.
Lessons learned.
10.
Screen things.
10.
Well, no, it's fine,
No,
but
'cause
the
if
way
you
you
screen
said
things,
it.
you could trigger the.
Yeah, so you're potentially doing it the right way. It might be better to maybe just get everyone in a huddle and have a chat, but whispering down the line.
It's always
Was it 10 with disadvantage? You rolled a 7 first.
No, I got a -1, so I rolled a 9.
You said
11.
7 and then 10.
Nobody said 7.
Okay,
7
someone
was
must have
max.
said 7. That's fine. So 10 is your
I
disadvantage.
might have said 11
Maybe. So
and
but,
seen the -1.
but 10's your disadvantage
7,
roll.
11.
Same with disadvantage.
Push up.
And then it's me, isn't
12.
it? No, because I'm in front of you.
Oh no,
You
that's
just-
true. Sorry,
you
no, you're
just
right. I did
pointed at
point.
me
I
and
did.
said-
I did. You roll with disadvantage, so it doesn't
Yeah.
actually make a difference.
Oh, but I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
You gotta
you
roll
heard.
again.
You heard.
So
yeah.
unless you roll a nat 20 again,
You perfectly heard.
What is it that,
performance.
performance? 9.
So Adgon heard Goblin, and no one else heard anything remotely like Goblin. basically.
But there's no storm, right? I would have like. I
You
would like
whispered.
grabbed hold of him and gone, "There's goblins ahead."
You said. You said. I whispered down the chain. You did say that. I've not put words in
All
your
of
mouth
us,
there.
all of us just look at him and go,
Wait, what?
Goblin, Goblin.
Why is it always sexual?
What?
They didn't know that. You made it.
You were gobbling.
Goblin. Okay.
Maybe.
So
So-
you still know.
Yeah.
By the way, Stephen, you still know it's goblins. You haven't forgotten that it's goblins.
Yeah.
And I suppose you also don't know that we don't.
But I suppose at the moment you're thinking these all know they're goblins, but why are they looking puzzled and
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on?
Okay, I grab hold of one of them.
See you in a bit.
Oh, look at you with your fucking shit. Oh, see you in a bit, sweetheart.
See you later.
I talk to her like that because you're generally a bit more involved. Judy, I love you.
I will
Julia.
see you.
It's still Julia.
Yeah, one day.
I'll see you in a bit, Sid.
It's
See you
got
later,
like
Pete.
8 billion years, yeah.
Dudes, have a good night. I'm knackered.
Alright, mate.
I'm going
Yeah.
to bed.
I'd go to sleep.
Enjoy.
Enjoy, have fun.
Okay, I have.
It's on my off.
I'm also taking some models home, I'm sorry.
No.
We just don't paint them tonight.
They're not getting painted tonight. Tomorrow,
I'm a bit.
the ones that are finished are up on.
Do you know what's worse? You know that night we had when we did Star Wars?
You're fucking awesome.
That was us at like 3 in the morning.
Yes, it was.
It was.
That was
I was
about
still
the
smiling at
time
about 6
that Ben was pulling Hannah's top down at the window outside Mojo's.
Yes.
Smiler saw it coming and was like,
No.
It was so
I don't know how
funny.
it is for a professional situation. But I still imagine something this way.
Yeah,
There's
whilst
gonna
he was
be
being
moves.
recorded on the phone, and he was like moving the phone out of the way as well.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I love these.
And at that point, Ben ordered from me 7 absinthes.
Yeah. And then
I heard about that.
didn't pay for them.
Yeah.
We're all doing absinthe, yeah? Yeah, absinthe. 7 absinthe, please.
You're paying Ben, yeah? No.
No, actually, what?
Oh, I am so glad I was ill that day.
So, Stovin knows there's goblins. Everyone else doesn't know what the fuck Stovin's on about.
Carry on walking.
But it's very obvious you know they don't know what you're on about.
Okay, so then I grab hold of one or two of them and go, "There's goblins ahead." I tell them.
You
I
say
tell
out
them-
loud normally.
Yes,
Okay.
because the way you said it initially was like, "I should be quiet," is what was going through my head.
So, what you will learn about this,
Yes.
I always say it that way
Yes.
because I don't want to lead you just this one time to do what I want you to do. You probably were right to be quiet. You were just. You did it in a way that could be
Yeah.
miscommunicated, that's all. You weren't wrong
It's a bit
to
like
take that
wishing.
information.
Basically.
Yes.
When you wish, you got to be
You
very
just got to
careful how you word
be
certain stuff.
specific and yeah. Anyway,
And then I was specific. Well, I got
what I'm going to ask, you know, there's goblins ahead.
Yes.
You were trying to be reasonably quiet, so
Okay.
I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you roll a stealth. No advantage, no disadvantage. Just tell me what the result
us,
is.
or-
No, just him, because he's the only one that's been potentially loud.
18
18.
on a 9.
You believe you weren't heard.
Ooh.
Ah, you bitch!
Surely something that high would have gotten me. I don't.
No.
I know I
How?
wasn't heard.
Even
No.
if you rolled the absolute best roll,
Yeah.
all you could ever know is that you believe you're hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
In real life, if you were hiding from someone, you would only
You
think
don't-
you were. You would know for certain.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's a clever little way that it's done actually, and I like that.
Okay. I get it.
It's
If you roll,
frustrating.
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
But you
If
get
you
used
rolled
to
a
it.
1,
Listen,
you
I
would
love it.
still believe you were hidden. Everyone else would know for fucking sure you're not, but
I
you
love
would believe you were hidden.
I love it. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I love it. I wish it was happening to somebody else. I love it. Okay, so these two now know. The other two. Who
No,
else?
they've heard you say goblins. That's all
Okay.
you've done is say there's goblins.
Okay, good.
They might not believe you because you're just like a madman at the moment.
This goblins, this goblins.
You're like having a bit of a stroke. And also,
And then you go, damn it!
at the moment, they've had some kind of weird encounter that you were there for. But unless I'm missing something, you've not done a lot of kind of explaining who you are or anything like that. So
Yeah.
you're
I'm
just
not
a
actually
weirdo
doing
who's kind of
this-
been weird about goblins, and they have not seen goblins at all in this whole campaign.
I just want to make this clear now. I'm not actually doing this, but goblins.
Okay, so we've got a madman shouting about
Lord of the
goblins
Rings, Lord
who's
of the
trying to
Rings
shout
reference.
quietly about goblins.
Shout goblins.
It's a Lord of the Rings.
Hence why I specifically stated I am not actually
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this.
So what are you doing in response to being told there's goblins?
Where?
Wow. Where? Like
Can I point?
over there, where the noise came from, perchance?
I didn't hear a noise.
Everyone heard that.
Everyone
Oh,
heard
okay.
it.
Cool. Let's go round
There's
into the
seriously
trees and
goblins.
down.
The
there.
goblins hear sounds coming from this area over here.
No.
No, no, yeah.
I use Mask of the
Invisible.
Wild to vanish
Oh
into the
no,
dark.
uninvisible.
No, I was just.
Pulls out great.
Hand signals to say let's go that way then.
So you're gonna go towards the goblins.
Towards the trees.
The trees. Which trees? You're in trees.
Really?
There's trees left. There's trees right.
I'm only making a suggestion. You can
Right.
always tell
No,
me.
no, no,
Can
no,
you
no,
touch
no,
on the
this is
table
what
which
he said.
trees? There's
Which
trees
trees?
in all sorts of directions.
Show me
trees
which
every
tree
direction.
belongs
They're
to
right there. Just touch
Yeah.
the tree you want to go to. That's the
Sort of
tree.
this way.
Honestly, sometimes
we heard them from here,
sometimes
right?
this group's loads of fun, and sometimes it's really hard work. Like just trying to drag you towards doing something.
We
Sometimes
heard them
really
from
hard.
here, right?
Yeah, literally,
So, yeah,
the
we'll
fan is where
Go
you
this way and down. Is
Okay.
my thinking.
Into the darkness.
It's always
No, no.
It
down.
won't be darkness by the time we
No,
get
that-
to it.
That's out of the abyss. This is into the ice.
So
depths.
in this map, I know we've seen this map before, but in this map, this is a ridge. This black line here.
Oh, so you can't go into it. So you're.
So the tree, you can get to the tree, but that's a ridge as such. Is
Oh,
what that's
right,
acting
okay.
as, okay. There is some darkness and there's thick snow in areas, so it's not clear visibility, which is the reason you can't see
Well,
these goblins.
I suggest that we go down the other side, down the ridge, away from where we heard them goblins.
Okay.
So-called goblins.
So can you just have you got a, right? Just use your finger and just
Goblins are in the
draw
middle.
out your little path that you want to take.
I
Yeah,
also
well, when I first
suggest.
suggested it, I thought the fog of war was going to disappear. So.
Yeah, I thought that might have been right, so I was just making that clear to you.
What are you thinking, Matt?
Do we leave a torch in our place here? See if anything comes towards it.
Ooh.
Do you leave what? Sorry.
A torch.
See it?
Just leave a torch. See if anything sees
D-
it. and heads
is
towards
any of us holding a torch?
it. Well, we don't have
No one has
torches.
mentioned using a
We
torch.
don't have torches. We can light them.
Do we?
And,
Yeah,
and
no.
if you even if you'd been carrying lit torches, the blizzard would probably.
I have a javelin.
Is it on
Cool.
fire?
I have a javelin!
Hey guys, I have a pen.
Look at this, it's cool!
I have a pineapple.
Can we do a thing of that? I have a javelin.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
I think we can make some really interesting, like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the unseen.
I have a javelin. Is it on fire? Then it's not important.
So, what is your plan? You've talked about it.
Apparently, we're going to walk down this side now.
Waving your
So-
javelins
This is
about.
what I've suggested.
Waving a javelin, leaving the torch, and I'm just gonna fuck off.
I suggest we set an ambush.
I
The
do
goblins.
have.
Yes.
I do
Goblins are
have.
piss easy to kill.
God
I
damn
wouldn't
it,
know
a
that.
child.
I've never encountered goblins.
I also wouldn't know that. 'Cause
I know
I
the
have a
goblins
hunting
come
trap.
in large numbers.
So, who is anyone crossing the
The
kind of
goblins.
path that's in front of you? Because that's what you were saying you're going to do, and I'm just checking whether you're doing that or not. I can't. You're talking about ambushes,
I've
you're talking about
suggested it.
fires, and all sorts.
But we don't have to do it.
Basically, there's lots of suggestions and no decisions.
Should we-
Welcome to my life.
Ambush.
I like the ambush idea. Let's set an ambush.
Right, let's say an ambush.
I
a
have a
lot.
hunting trap. So I can place that
That was
down.
useful. That was way more useful.
Javelin.
Is it on fire?
Yeah.
I'm
dark.
going to use
It's
the
dark.
suggestion to get them to make a fucking decision.
We're gonna set an ambush.
So there's
gonna
3
set
votes
ambush.
for ambush, and it sounds like a vote for ambush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I'll
Okay.
ambush.
So I'm not going to continue like we're in the game right now. I'm going to ask you, because you're a party that have been together for some time, most of you. What is your ambush? I'm going to give you a minute or two
Apparently, it's a torch stuck in the snow
With a hunting
with a
trap.
bear trap on fire.
with a bear trap on fire and a
Can I
javelin.
ask who appears to be the tank?
I'm going to give you 2 minutes, in real life 2 minutes, to have a conversation about your ambush, and then we're going to start going into the game.
This is simple. Who's the tankiest?
No, it's simple, guys.
Time has started.
It's simple. Let's bait the crazy new guy.
Sorted like a
Yeah,
trap.
sounds good.
I could vanish the easiest. I think.
I mean, actually, yeah, you
Well, I
can.
can as well.
Why?
What's your stealth?
I know you can't go.
No, I've got hidden step. I can actually turn invisible.
You should be the trap then.
No.
Because
I
that's
don't
the bit
have
you
hidden
tank
step.
you, that just means you can disappear.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we don't know
Carry
you.
on.
But at the same time as you
But
have
we
more health
don't
than
know
me.
you.
You have more health than me, and I
Wait,
don't know
alright,
you. So,
gatekeepers.
so why should I agree to be the trap bait when
I
don't know
will be
you
the
guys
trap
very well?
because I not only have misty steps, I also have invisibility and
Well,
That
then it
makes
looks
sense.
like you can fly.
Okay.
and looks like I could fly if I wanted
Are
to,
you going to
but
be a snow angel?
It might be painful.
it might hurt. I don't know how I'm doing.
Just again, just so you know, you're on a timer, and
Yeah.
at 2 minutes,
I think we've
no
decided.
more conversations to
So-
happen.
Well, I think we made the decision.
This
then
sounds like the
that-
least complex ambush of any
Okay,
kind
we're
I've
gonna
ever
ring
seen.
I know.
I think we're going to ring them, are we?
Am I going to be holding?
You're gonna
the-
ring 'em?
the
What's their
torch-
number?
Torch and the spear, yeah?
Torch and
You
spear.
know what I mean, yeah.
Torch and spear.
And
What do you
I'm
have?
stood in front of a trap going la 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 la.
Hello.
Right. So mark out what you're doing on there. Use dice if you need to. Just mark out your little space.
Summer
I'm gonna stay in that under that tree that I'm under. I'm not
Yep.
gonna move myself.
So use a dice to mark where you are, and I'll start
I
moving
will-
your tokens around.
In that tree.
Okay.
Is this where you have the
I'll be in the one slightly too far beyond it.
to come into?
Sorry, just pop a dice there for now because it's got quite a lot of moving parts going on here. So is that where I've put you there? Is that about right?
It's in
Yeah.
the very
I'll be on the one above and to the left.
One pound, one fish.
Yeah, I'll put a dice there for it.
Hello, ladies.
Above and to the left
Hello,
of what?
ladies.
Of
1 pound, one
Of him.
fish. Not 2 pound, not 3 pound, not 2
So
pound,
just
not 5, but 1
there.
pound,
No,
one fish.
oh, yeah, okay.
Eyes up to the
Hello,
left.
gobbit,
So do you want to go
hello,
further up?
Depends where the bait's going to be dancing. Where are you going to
Guys, the timer's going to go off soon. Please put yourself on the back where you want to be with your dice. Put your dice where you want to be.
Hide me.
I'm trying to create
where
some.
I'm going to be.
Oh, you're exactly where you're going to be.
Yeah.
No, come on,
In the
come on.
bush.
Net in
That's
front
it.
of the
That's
bush.
it. Wherever you are, that's where you are.
Out of the bush.
Why am I getting out of the bush? I'm trying to
Get out the
them
bush.
into a trap.
Skip. Get out the bush.
Okay, fine.
I'm apparently not on there because Mother didn't put my thing down.
Where were you telling him to put you?
Next to Sidley.
Sidley. Who is Sidley?
Siddle, isn't
Sit
it?
down.
It's just
Sidley.
Look, I'm
Sounds
trying
like
to
a
remember.
bad guy.
Sidley's what Adam used to call me.
You're that dice,
Oh,
aren't you?
right,
That's in the
well.
bush. Yeah. You're
Yes.
there. Yep.
That was a good roll.
And
Oh wait,
you're-
no, I don't want to be there.
Oh, where do you want to be? You said near Sidley, and Sidley's not a thing, so I'm trying to go with you on this. But come on.
Where the cream dice is.
The cream
Next
dice.
to me.
green
Next-
dice.
Next to me.
It did
That's
sound
not
like
me.
cream, or was that
It
just
did sound
me?
cream, yeah.
Right. So
She's had a beer.
there. Is that what
Sorry,
you want to
guys.
be? Yeah.
Yes, thank
Cool.
you.
Right.
Not,
So
not as many as Spike.
right. It's
but
the
she's
last
had a
time I'm
beer.
asking for the ambush.
Yeah,
Is
too.
everyone where they wanted to be?
Sure.
Yes.
Good. Because
Yeah.
if not, tough luck. That's where you are.
If not, you fucked.
Right. What are you doing?
So did
I
you
said
say
I-
like-
I've got
I've
a
told you,
spear.
you've told what you want to do, but I'm not going to make you do it. You still have to choose to do it. That's
I'm
what you
turning.
want.
I'm hidden step, turning
Sorry.
invisible.
Sorry. So your hidden
Your
step
hidden step.
now.
I'm in the bush.
Is it Misty Step or
Yeah.
hidden?
What?
A hidden steps when we turn invisible, and misty steps where you just tell them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, but it's just, is it an action, bonus action? What is
That's
it?
an
Just
action.
Okay.
Bonus action,
Is it?
I think.
Is that my hood? It's my hood.
It doesn't actually matter at
It's
this
a bonus
point.
action, turn
If it's
invisible.
part of your
to
plan,
your next
I'm
turn.
happy if you're doing it in the bush. That's fine.
I'm not doing it in the bush.
It's riding me in the bush again. What?
Wow. Twice in one night.
Ooh, family, big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout.
Come get your fish. What pound?
And then,
Right. Okay, so we've got an invisible signal, so I'll just put
There's
a
a
mark
bear
on you
trap
so I
behind
know
me.
you're invisible.
What should we be? Oh, behind you because then
I'm
you can
stealthed
run
up
away
a
and
tree.
it walks into it.
Everyone that believes or wants to be stealth, can you make your stealth roll now? Bear in mind, you've already rolled your stealth.
Would I still need to
Stoven,
do
you've already
that?
rolled your stealth.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, no, this is a new action, to be fair.
Would
what
I
you're
still
doing,
need to do that as invisible? Bear in mind with the footprints and the snow and things.
Yeah, you still need stealth, but you can have it with advantage.
Cool.
Ah,
Stop bouncing back in.
I got a 15.
Ooh.
You got me a phone, didn't you?
Right, so let me just go around you. So, Stoven, what was your stealth?
26.
26.
I think.
Agron, are you rolling a stealth?
Literally be there for
Yeah.
You're
my-
trying to hide? What's
Yeah,
your
I
roll?
was trying to hide this, but 17.
17. Lasmura, what did you roll?
15.
15.
rolled the-
Siddle, what was your roll?
15.
15. And are you rolling stealth?
I rolled a performance check because of performing.
You just go straight out. And you're still in the bush doing this.
I'm drawing them into the bush
That's fine.
It's not a cupboard.
because it's hiding the bear trap behind me.
So, your performance check, I'm fine with, whatever the roll is.
Yeah.
You're just standing in the bush, waving your two things. And they're both on fire, or one's on fire?
Well, I don't know. Is your javelin on fire?
No.
No.
I like my javelin back if
Oh,
I
okay.
can.
There you go.
No, after.
I suggest.
No, you take it. I don't want it.
So,
It's a special
What
javelin.
would you like? The
performance?
javelin?
What was your performance check?
17.
17. Are you making a sound whilst doing it?
Yes.
What's your sound?
Ooh, big summer blowout.
That is literally what you're saying. Awesome. And just
Come
waving.
get your iron Ignats. Ignats. They're like
swear
not smart.
bar or something.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
The noise that you'd heard before, you hear it again, but this time shorter, sharper, and stifled at the end. Yeah, oh, that's pretty much what you
Quite
I'm not
impressive.
even drunk.
More like a murloc than a.
What the fuck is a murloc?
How do you not know
Oh
what a
my
murloc
god.
is?
You played World of Warcraft, didn't you?
Yes!
And played half.
Yes!
I played one session and you two decided that you didn't want to play
Have you
anymore.
played Dota at all?
No,
Have you
because I've got a
played-
life.
We tried it. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all went and installed it after that.
The Dota player out of the group of 5 of us that were playing rage quit halfway through a match.
Because we weren't good
Because
enough.
we
So
weren't good enough.
He knew it was our first go on it. Didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Technically, it was my second.
Yeah.
But I was also a League
It
of
was like
Legends
my
player
fifth.
first.
But
Yeah,
I
I need
didn't
to
get to
wait
play because I didn't know if you left the game halfway through, everyone's a cock.
And you get a penalty.
And you get a penalty.
You got banned
Because they
for 2
report you. I
hours.
got banned for 2 hours because I left the game to join my friend's game. And like, he's like, oh yeah. Everyone reported me in that group. Someone reported me twice.
Wow, that's how annoying you were.
That's just left. They were losing anyway. It was shit.
Wow. Cool. So some shit happened. What do you want to do?
Don't drink.
Are they coming towards us by a chance?
You haven't seen anything.
Wait it out.
Oh, no, wait.
You haven't seen or heard anything yet. So you're on the lookout. Castiel.
That name gives me cancer.
Why?
This is just a corny. Ah.
Why is it corny?
He doesn't like Castiel.
I don't
I don't
like
see it
Castiel.
supernatural. So Castiel, go.
Castiel's actually an angel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know that's why it's so corny.
So,
Okay. Roll a perception with advantage, and
Real
everyone else just
die.
roll a standard perception.
I don't know.
Can I ready entangle as well? For if I see goblins.
A dirty 20.
You can. So, sorry, are you holding the action entangle or not?
Yes.
Do you know how holding an action works? 'Cause
Yes.
I've
So
done
it
this before.
would still
Still uses your spell slot.
uses the spell slot. Not
Even
that.
if you don't use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm doing it at first slot.
Can you just touch where you would like entangle to be if you decide
Well,
to cast it?
it will be on where
What's
right
the,
in front
what's the
of
casting range of it?
where things appear 90 foot.
Cool.
So it would
So
be
if you
where
see
I see them, I'm
something-
entangling.
So is
When
that,
if I
what's your
see
trigger?
goblins or other bad looking stuff.
Specifically goblins.
Goblins or bad looking stuff, you're casting it. And then you'll still have the choice to cast or not cast it, but you will use the spell slot regardless.
Yeah.
Okay? Cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. Right, so I'm going to run down the line.
What was it we
perception?
were rolling
That
again?
one.
That one?
you.
Perception?
20. 30.
That.
18.
16.
14.
Okay.
It's just me that's blind as fuck.
Right. You see and hear
For the worst line.
nothing.
Right.
In fact, if anything, aren't the goblins behind us?
I think, are you sure we weren't going this way, guys? Like, are you
Siddle.
sure?
You don't hear anything at all. In front, behind, whatever. What was yours again, Agro?
16.
16. You notice something move.
Does anyone need any drinks or anything?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yes, you want to know?
Do you want to close the door now, babe?
I'm going to ping on the map.
Looks like
You
it
may
looks
not
fine.
see it, so I'll move it if you can't see it. Can you see me pinging right now?
No.
No.
Can you see me pinging right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. It's in that direction, but further ahead than that, and it's through
Yeah.
the snow. You just catch a glimpse of. I mean, it could be a dog. It's just something's moved. You're not sure what, but you've seen something move. What was your perception again? Sorry, just remind me.
18.
18, 16,
14.
or 14. And what was yours?
20.
20. You two both notice multiple things moving. So bear in mind, no one else sees this, just you two.
Direction? Could we tell?
Yeah, all in front of you on the path. Okay, well I'll say path, the ridge. that you're on.
In our direction.
So I'm going to
or-
do a few pings now, and these are the directions you can see something
Oh, wait.
move.
Yeah.
That's it.
But they're coming in our direction?
So yes, exactly right.
No, that's not what you can see. What you can see is movement. So you're looking through thick snow at something moving far enough away that you can't see it clearly already, but you see movement in those three directions.
Can we hold action sort of thing?
It's really hard trying to do this because we're looking at a light map and it is dark and snowy and it's very difficult to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we hold action? Can I hold my action like bow and arrow notch sort of thing, directional, sort of like...
I do think at this point it's probably a good idea to roll
Yeah.
to
What?
see what order we're all in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
initiation.
yeah, roll initiative. Don't roll initiation, that's very different.
We'll get the pedals out.
There'll be some more riding and
And I'm still adamant that the goblins are behind us going through all this.
I rolled 18.
I thought the initiation was the flatliners.
no.
Oh, that was a different thing. That's
Right,
just
I'm going to
another-
go down the line. Does everyone know how to tell me the point bit at the end of
Yeah.
initiative?
So,
It's
she
your
plus,
plus,
so
isn't
you're
it?
plus.
It's the
So
plus.
if you've got like a plus 3, it would be 18 plus
but
3.
not your
Okay.
initiative.
18.3.
It's not your initiative when it's your dex, which can be different with different people. So it's your dex bonus.
'Cause-
you should
yeah,
say.
I know I have a plus on
Yeah.
initiative.
So what's your roll on initiative?
13.
Plus.
5.
So it was a 13 including the 5, but you had 5 that you added on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So So it's 13.5. Oh, that's.
So it would be initially plus 5, so
Yeah.
Oh, I just rolled it again.
it's 18. What's your dex?
Oh, Dex is +5 as well.
So it would be 18.5.
18.5.
Yeah. So you add that.
So you still do everything you normally do, but I need to know what your
Yeah.
plus was from Dex to give you the point. Because if you
Gotcha.
roll have the same number as someone, you decide who goes first on based on that.
Gotcha.
If I spell that right, Stovin.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Why is everyone being weird and touching my head today?
Right, next, Last Mura, what did you roll on initiative?
I feel like I want to get
11.1.
on the action now.
1. Castiel, what did you roll?
18.3.
3.
3. I was going to say 5, and my brain went no. It was 3.
Agron, what did you roll?
3.
I'm stealing other people's.
3 point.
How dare you,
3.
son?
Siddle, what did you roll?
3.1.
Oh, guys.
What was it?
Bed.
What was Siddle's?
3.1. He's somehow before Agron, who rolled a 3.
Oh my god. I thought mine was low at 11.
So glad you're in front of me.
I'm invisible though until my next turn.
Oh,
So that's actually going to work out quite nicely for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm only invisible till my next turn.
Yep.
I can spell magics.
Just a thing I do.
It's just like I am turn myself invisible. Boop.
Oh no!
If it were the other way around, I'd have fucked up and I'd have done me invisible and then dispelled magic.
Oh shit!
Oh.
So I'm just making sure I've got a note of one
The guy
thing
just
that I
did
need.
something there. That was you.
I always forget some of the crazy shit
Oh,
you guys
it's
pull,
you.
so I need to make a note of it now.
Got my dice.
Spellcasters, eh?
No worries. Two people.
Why is it every time we stream, remember stuff gets broken? It's a bit weird.
Artificer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, I've got to do a couple of. I've just got to do a couple of rolls, and then we'll be back in it. So if you want to talk about what you might want to do, I'm just going to be maybe a minute whilst I sort this out.
Okay, we're doing some. My character's
Really?
talking to his characters.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
My best
watching
not
and I
that
was
fight.
like, yeah.
So what exactly do you do damage-wise?
Not very much.
So-
I make potions.
You make potions.
In a travelling show.
Yeah.
Do you
in a
make
traveling
the-
show.
Do you melt people's faces off them and stuff?
No, I just make potions and make them feel good.
That's
Bit
cool.
moonshine.
Really cool opportunity.
No, you cannot do the dress. It'll be bad for everybody.
You never mind this.
Right.
You have a bag
Because
of
I never wear one.
How did you get one of those?
But he never does it at appropriate times.
That's
either.
awesome.
I don't think there's an appropriate time to unuse someone else's dress.
I can also.
Like,
I mean, there definitely fucking is.
Right?
Is it massive one or is it like small one?
Not in
Only
public or
animals.
anything like
regular like all the-
Yeah, I was going to say. Depends on the person's dress.
that? Yeah.
Or who the person is. There's lots of defining factors of an appropriate
There's a
time.
lot you can do, man.
Oh yeah, like.
I mean, look how what I can.
I've already
It's alright, I
commented
don't
on
lie. I was airing my balls out in front of the fan and realised the windows were.
Your Balzac.
Yeah,
You were there in your Balzac.
That's it.
balls
That's
out.
it.
Oh,
In front of the fan.
There's like, there's a fan on it.
Oh yeah, I've got a fan on the bed. And then every now and again I feel a bit dirty and just put a bit of a blanket just over the midriff and then take it off again because it's really fucking warm.
I just got out of the shower. No, I was about to
I get a cold shower twice a night at the moment. Like in the middle of the night if I'm not sleeping, cold shower for a bit. Then I wake
That's
up.
what I'm doing.
Never
You
thought.
do what I did
Then I
last
wake
night,
up.
which I had a stupidly hot bath.
Oh my god, he was a
Just
radiator.
warm baths too much.
Just-
Why
yeah,
would it need
I
to be a
just
hot
like-
bath?
It was
Stupidly.
so hot I couldn't put my hand in it.
I had a stupid
I'm
hot bath
such
the
a
other day, but it was
stubborn
because of my
person
back.
that I rolled. I ran the bath, even rolled the bath. I ran the bath, and I was like, "Oh, this is fine." And the cold tap was on at that point, and I put my foot in, and I was like, "Yeah, fine." And I got into the rest of the bath, like, you know when you hear lobsters scream, it was like that. And she was like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine now." She came in and she's like, "You look so uncomfortable."
We were just sat there like,
I daren't move. It was that hot.
I was like that the other day.
I was also sunburned. So.
I purposefully made a hot bath because my back was bad to try and help my back, and it was so hot I hurt my back by flinching getting in it.
No. My problem is my feet are stronger than the rest of my body. So I put my feet in, I'm like, oh yeah, that's alright. And then I put the rest of my leg in, I'm like, no!
Feet only takes a couple of seconds to get used to it, doesn't it? And then it's like, then the balls go in.
What the hell is going on?
What were you talking about? Then the ball's going.
He's riding me again.
Do you pull the balls in? Sometimes.
No, it's that moment where you try and climb in the bath and it's boiling hot. And
I like that that's the bit that you took from that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like, you put the balls in?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's the quite often between.
Buzz bunkers.
Yeah.
Cool, right, I'm prepped now, guys, which is bad
Cool.
news for you.
Yay!
Alrighty then.
I kind of get the sense that's generally the usual situation.
That is the usual situation. So what do they... Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm only doing 6 holes. I thought I was on a 2. It's not like it.
Did you catch
As I
any thieves
said,
today?
oh yeah, I'm in Slid Stream. Magic.
That's a good thing.
Almost. But she just ignored me and continued walking. I'm just like,
Why has your fan got an LED?
Okay.
So it's a clock.
I'm there like,
Right, is a turn order on the screen? I'm gonna
Like
put
the way
it.
that
I'm gonna
I
put
was
it
like,
here.
Oh, like, why has your fan got an LED?
Oh
And I went,
shit!
yeah, I went, it's
I've
a
been
clock.
changing
It's
stuff,
a-
going.
oh,
Why is
that's
anything
cool.
changing there?
So
And I have to
many
do
emotions.
something different. So
That's
that's why.
cool. I like it. Even the little second hand.
Something different's happening.
Sorry, remind me, Sid. What am I trying to do here to get that? I want to move that little turn order.
Oh, move your mouse over to this side of the.
There.
And there you go.
I
and now
can't
you
see.
should be able to see it on that extra screen I gave you.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving it, or are you making it bigger?
I'm moving it first.
That's what she said.
Extending
Oh.
it.
Everyone's on in the question mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
all
Yeah.
15 question marks.
Well, I'm assuming I can't see the pictures. Yeah, 18.3 is me. 11.1 is.
Me.
I mean, the writing. at the top.
3.1 is Sid, and I'm assuming the 3.0 is.
Yes.
Yeah, you? Yeah, cool.
Cool,
Too
cool,
busy
cool, cool.
focused on
Cool.
this
Cool,
tree
cool,
that's in
cool.
front of me.
I know. I know. The bad
Right.
guys before me.
I'm
No, the back goes
focused
last,
on
no?
how I
No.
Oh, the band was on 0 a second ago, that's why.
It's non-zero anymore.
Yeah.
You
I
focused
was,
on-
I was like, oh,
focused
oh
on
that's
how
quite
I-
convenient. Oh no, it's got a.
This cat next to me thinks there's goblins behind us.
Oh yeah. To be fair, I think they're behind us. So I'm there like, what?
She's ready, but facing the wrong way.
Yeah. Got my great axe. Like I'm ready for
I think
this.
you had a javelin.
And genuinely,
No, I didn't take the javelin off you. I gave
Oh,
you
still got
back.
the javelin.
So you
in all honesty, that's probably not a bad thing, judging by how wicked the DM
Are
is
we
looking
banging
right
them
now.
together so there's like sparks coming off the torch?
I don't know. You're the one doing the performance.
Yeah, I'm
We
banging
need a
them
live
together.
action
Will,
robot,
I mean,
come
will
on.
that work? Hitting a torch on the end of the spear, sort of like
Sure.
almost like Spartanish, banging the spear on the shield, but with fire.
Just here above your head.
Yeah. Tink, tink, tink. Rather than
Let's then go on to you.
And just to be clear, you're still wearing a fur jacket.
This is why you said, is it above your head?
it's a fur jacket covered in blood. It's
And
wet.
From days ago.
And it's
Yeah,
wet.
it's
It's
wet,
been,
it's
they've
snowing.
just been in a
I didn't. I haven't said anything's happening. You all are used to this shit, and I'm just making sure I know exactly what
No,
you're
I've
doing.
thought it through. My
Yeah.
jacket's fireproof now.
Okay. All right.
It's been treated.
How's it
I'm gonna
going?
roll something. Take 1 damage from an ember going down the gap. Just there.
It's button up.
It's not buttoned up.
It's button up.
You haven't buttoned
With
it
my
up.
boof.
You have to tell me it's buttoned up.
Has it got a hood?
You haven't told you
It's
it's
gonna
not
hurt.
button.
Sorry. So just explain to me how doing this performance. You're
No,
doing
please.
a moose
I
knuckle.
went like that
Moose
first
knuckles.
of all.
Yeah, you're doing this.
Yeah.
Fine. But now do your moose knuckle up that you haven't told me
I
you've
don't
done.
have to do the moose knuckle up. My coat is done up.
Your
We're in a
coat is done
fucking
up.
wasteland. We've just come out of a thing.
You just got a thing.
Like a snowstorm. Not going to be sat there with my shirt off. I get buttoned up.
Alright, so it's buttoned up.
Yeah.
Just come out of the thing.
It's a snowstorm. I'm not sat there with my chest out.
You said above your
like
head.
Ger-
Yeah.
Gerald. Of,
You,
Well,
you,
yeah,
you
I'm
said
not there
above
like
your
this.
head.
DM's just out to
But-
punish you.
Oh, well,
I'm not. I'm just like,
That was quite
come on,
good.
just do your shit. Come on.
This is-
You rolled well
And
on
I'm
your
doing it in front of
performance.
me as
You
well.
rolled well on your performance, and you've seen some movement ahead of
Yeah.
you. Okay, what are you doing?
Just carrying
Stove
on.
in first.
What can I see?
Nothing's changed. The reason I've done it is because there's a lot of moving parts now, and everyone wanting to do things needs to just follow.
Well, if I can't see anything, I'm not active.
You've seen the movement,
Yeah.
but that's what you've seen. You know something's moved ahead.
Okay. Is it within range?
What's your range? What's the weapon?
Longbow, 150 yards.
It's within range.
Okay. And can I sense it coming towards us?
When you say 150 yards,
Yeah.
what's the actual range? There's two numbers on your range.
There's it says 150 brackets 600. So
Cool. So it's within your good range. Cool. So what was your next question?
can I sense it coming towards us? Is it coming in the vague direction towards him in
The
particular?
movement that you see isn't necessarily movement coming towards you. It's movement coming towards you. It's movement going across your field of vision. So it's more. So the movement you see is more like lateral movement rather than movement coming towards you.
Oh, okay.
That's bizarre. But at the same time, I noticed there's like a curve to the wall that goes to the sort of to the left there, which gives me sense somebody's going in there. Am I right?
So just to be clear, those movements look like three separate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So don't
But
worry
they're
about the
going-
order I did. I was just highlighting where movement could be seen.
But they're going that way.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I'm saying all that you've done is sense some movement. Yeah, you've got
Yeah.
snow and trees and things around you, and something's moved. It looks like a creature. But I was saying that could be a dog. It's not obvious what it is. I'm trying to give you an idea for size.
Okay.
But the movement you're getting isn't something running at you.
Nothing yet because
It's
I can't
some-
see it.
But you've seen movement, like you know how if you stare at a bush and if something moved in the bush,
Yeah.
you'd see movement, but it wouldn't see it coming towards you.
Yeah.
It's not going a direction. It's just there's movement in the bush.
Okay. Yeah. I do nothing and wait and hold action.
Okay. Okay. So your held action is. So you're holding your bow ready to fire.
Yes.
Okay. And what's your trigger?
Yes. The sighting of anything coming aggressively at us.
Suitably vague.
Possibly goblin.
Yeah, but I'm happy with it.
Aggressive.
If
is
he
depending on
suddenly
your
sprouts
perception.
with arrows, I'm going to point at the
So
nearest
if
movement
something's
and
aggressive
shoot.
towards you, you're going to shoot it if you
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah. If he suddenly sprouts like 4 or 5 arrows, I'm going to shoot at the nearest movement.
Okay. Cool. All right. Fine.
That's not one of our teammates. I
Castiel.
have a feel I have to clarify that it's not a teammate I want to shoot at.
Just again, when I'm being specific on wording, it isn't always to catch you out.
Yeah.
It's just to be clear. I want to understand your intention, not because I want to undermine what you're doing,
Yeah.
but to act out what's happening. I need to know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. Castiel.
Eldritch Blast.
To be clear, you're holding a javelin and a
And a
fiery
torch.
torch, and you're
A warcaster.
just Eldritch blasting.
Alright, fine.
No, you can. You do it.
Fine.
But
I'm
just
throwing-
think about the
I'm
practicalities of what you're
Tying
doing.
the torch to the javelin and throwing the flaming javelin.
You're tying it
A
to it.
vague direction where there's some movement going
And
Yeah,
what
because
do you
I'm
want-
bored as shit.
So what do you want the end result?
This is the worst trap ever.
I did think you had 2 minutes to work out a decent trap and nothing happened.
I'm the bait setter going, I am bored now, I'd
Right,
like
so
to die.
what I'm understanding here is, here's a javelin, here's a torch, strap them together and throw it. Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm bored.
Okay. Where are you throwing it?
At the movement.
At the movement.
At the movement.
So you've seen some movement in some bushes,
Oi!
and you're just launching the javelin in the vague
Like a
direction.
yobbo.
Okay. I'm not even sure how to say athletics or to hit because you don't know that
They're there.
there's anything imitating, you just
It's
see
just
movement.
a generic launch
Okay.
in that direction.
Can you put a dice exactly where you? So I marked where the movement you saw was. You mark where you want to hit. I will let you mark it with a drinks mat.
It's quite large.
Yep, pop it there.
Do you want to use mine?
Whose? You
can't
can go
have
off the edge of the table if you want. I'm not suggesting you should. I'm just saying you don't need to be limited to that.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, actually, yeah. So, here.
Okay, so I'm just going to ping on here and just tell me when I'm close to it, because I need to see where it is on my map. Is that close to it?
Nowhere.
Left.
Nowhere near.
Left.
Nope.
Bit more.
Like 3 squares left. Left. Left.
Again.
Left. Up.
There. That was close enough.
There.
Okay, so that's where we're shooting. Alright. Cool. Roll to hit. So have you got stats for a javelin?
What's the plus
Oh.
on the javelin?
No, the plus will come from you if it's when it's a strength modifier. So it's
Okay, so it's a
it's
plus
not a
3.
martial, is it? It's a simple.
Javelin.
Whatever your simple weapon stats are, it's that. It's the damage that you need to worry about. The stats that Julie has.
Surely.
Oh, plus 5. Okay, so it's a 19.
19. You hit that area.
And does he roll for damage?
Go for it.
Because he might not hit anything, but he might hit something.
Correct.
Damage is 1d6 plus 2 piercing.
5
Was it a 1? It's a 3.
3
You
piercing
have done
damage.
3 damage to anything that you've hit. Okay? You don't hear a yelp or a response to it.
Shout.
You do hear a thud
And it sizzled and some of the
and then a
snow
slow sizzle.
You hear the javelin hit the ground and a sizzle as the torch goes.
And for a brief
Oh, I can move. so-
second,
Oh,
everyone can make a perception check with advantage.
Fan Dabby
You
does.
think I'd know my plus on perception
Right.
already by
Nat
now,
20.
Nat
Plus
20. Don't
my-
want the nat 20, I want your actual total.
Okay, sorry.
Nat 20 is only useful when you're trying to hit something.
23.
Okay?
That's a shame.
13.
It's still very good. It's still the best you can do. Like
Yes. It's like I eagle-eyed it. Yes.
22.
22. Kester?
10.
10.
17.
17. Okay. Anyone who rolled higher than a 13 sees the distinct shape of a goblin. So I'm going to reveal.
Is he pale and on fire?
So I'm going to reveal the goblin for a second, but I'm only going to do it for. I'm just going to reveal them both, but it's only seen by people who've rolled a 13 or more.
So
Okay.
I don't see it.
Yeah,
And
anyone who's
smile
No, I
not.
rolled 13.
Close your eyes.
No, I rolled 13. No, so.
Oh, 13 or more then, yeah. So whoever didn't see it, close your eyes.
Looks like I found something.
I'm going to trust that you can see it on the map.
It's a snail ale.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Smelly.
So I'm
If
gonna
I've seen that, then does that trigger my action?
very possibly. Just give me the wording on your action again.
If I see a goblin or other hostile creature, then I'm going to fire a tangle.
Was it not
is it-
if something was hostile to you, but if it's a hostile creature, this is a hiding creature in a bush. So I'm happy to go with what you want to go with because you know what your trigger was meant to do. Sorry?
We can see.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
Okay.
we were going to show what.
You've basically just thrown light in their direction, which makes it much easier to see something hiding.
Okay.
So basically,
Has everyone seen the two?
yeah,
Yeah.
my question is.
So I need to now hide them again because the light has gone out.
So basically, my question is
Is that within?
if I decide not to trigger
Sorry, I'm just
now,
listening to this.
does that mean that I've used that spell slot? That's what my question is, because I know
You know,
obviously.
so how to think of it is you're not deciding whether to use it or not. You've seen a creature and you decided your trigger was either a creature that you think is hostile or a creature that is acting hostile. And I'm just asking you to go on what you meant when you said it. And
So in
decide.
that case, that
I'm happy
would
to go with either. I don't.
trigger
What I'm
it.
saying is I want to choose for you. If just seeing a creature hiding is what you meant, that is absolutely fine for you to do it. I'm just making sure that's what you were getting at.
I didn't specifically say hiding.
No, I know that you. But when you use the term hostile, I can't remember when you said it was hostile to you or a creature you believe is hostile. There's a difference
the
between
latter.
the two. That's fine. That's absolutely reasonable
And
for
I
the
did,
second shot.
I did specify goblinish if it's goblin, and if it's hostile coming towards him, then Shoot. So if they're in 150, shoot.
Well, they're not coming towards you, but again, you know what you meant. I'm happy for you to either shoot or not shoot based on that.
I was thinking more of the back of the Pokemon card.
Shit.
Yeah.
But I think my question is now though, if I don't, does that use my spell slot?
Whatever happens, by the time your next turn comes around, that spell slot is used, even if you don't cast the spell.
Right.
Because there may be something else that could trigger it before.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
why I'm saying it. So it's up to you.
Okay. No, that doesn't in that case. If it was such a brief.
If nobody reacts, I'm not reacting. So
If you're happy with that.
I'm not
yeah.
trying to lead it. I just don't want to take your
Yeah,
trigger
no.
away that you meant.
I think if it was in that situation, it was that brief a moment, I don't think I'd have done anything.
Okay. So who hasn't seen the goblins? Just so I know.
So just
You haven't, and Agron, did you see them?
I rolled 13. So.
13 sees it. So you see it. So it's just Castiel that hasn't seen the goblins.
yeah, the one that's actually trying to get their attention.
Well, he's
I
probably
don't need
he's
to
probably
see them,
he's
they
probably
need to
been
see me.
throwing it and gone. I'm just watching that to see if I've hit something.
Well, yeah.
And you guys are watching the periphery. So that actually makes a lot
does.
more sense.
It does actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Castiel's turn. He may have hit something. It was just quiet. If it was.
Or made of
Ah.
snow.
Definitely summer. Snow.
Okay.
So yeah.
Probably should have shot it.
So something's about to happen that's going to trigger both your actions. So I'll do the action first because that's what's going to trigger it.
I was blown up.
Okay.
I had to pump two paddle boards today, so my back is literally fire. They're not mine, are they?
I'm assuming an 11 doesn't hit Castiel. You don't have any shields or anything like that because you had two hands that were busy, so you literally just have yourself and any armour you're wearing if you are wearing armour.
No, it does not hit.
Okay, cool. So an arrow whistles past Castiel. It's not that close, but it was clearly aimed for Castiel because it's the only visible person there.
Return fire.
So I'm going to let Sil go first just because his turn was first and then you'll do
1
yours.
second, I didn't hit.
No, it has to
Damn it.
cause damage. Does it have to cause damage? Or
It
just
has to cause damage.
Yeah, cool. So, Siddle, you have a held action. It was a hostile creature. You have seen it.
Do I know which one it was?
Yes. The one from the direction we're looking at now, on the bush on the right. In fact, I can make him visible because he's fired a weapon and that would make him visible to everyone anyway.
Position.
In that case, if I do entangle there,
Oh, hold on, you don't have to. Okay, yeah, it is him. I was going to say it's probably the other
yeah, he said it was the one on the right.
Ah, okay.
Which is a 20-foot,
Sorry, man.
20-foot square from there. So
So,
in those four
Just
squares,
what's
that it's in the bottom right-hand square.
okay, and then up and left.
I'm with you. I
Yeah.
can't
Of it.
see this.
Yeah, so it's entangle, so I'll just draw it on. You happy with that? Yeah?
Yeah. I'm assuming you know how entangle works. Don't
Yeah, I'll do it as a green
Um,
square because of what it is, yeah?
Just so that you know the strength it has to do.
In
is
fact, no, go and
11.
tell everyone because it's going to potentially affect everyone. So tell everyone.
Alright,
what-
okay. So grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from when he draws the square. That's where it'll be. It lasts up to 1 minute. Those plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. A creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained. So it needs to
So
restrain.
everything in that box is affected by that entangle. You've all seen them sprout up.
That one needs to make a strength save of 11.
Oh, I say you've all seen it. It's night time. There's been some light. Yeah, okay. You've all seen something's gone, and actually most of you have seen entangle before. Is entangle something you're likely to probably come across? Yeah.
I think he's used it before.
I've used it before with those,
Oh,
yeah.
not him.
Not with stone.
Not with- yeah, not with-
You should start saying that you use entangle to glowing roots. Glowing entangle.
That's probably a good idea. That'd be really helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can choose to do it. It just says weeds and vines.
The person who's most likely to be able to help you do something like that is very close to you on the table. Anyway, so that's
So that has to do with DC.
straight away. So as soon as it appears.
Yeah,
So
soon.
DC, what? Sorry.
So a creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed a strength saving throw of 11.
Strength. Okay. It passes.
Okay, it is no longer. It is not restrained. Then it's just in difficult.
So
terrain.
if it moves, it's in difficult terrain. Does it take damage as it moves?
No.
It's just difficult terrain.
Yeah.
You sure? I thought you get damage as you move from the thorns and
not what it
brambles.
says.
Thorny snare. This is snare.
This is entangle.
Oh, entangle. Oh, I thought it was snare.
No, it's just entangle.
Okay.
Okay, that'll be right. So
Yeah,
it's difficult.
so-
That is an area of difficult terrain for everybody. No?
Yeah. Yeah, it did nothing to that guy.
Well, other than make it
Other
for
than
it to
make it-
run away or whatever
Yeah.
it's harder. Cool.
Yes, yes,
and
that was
now,
fine.
Stoven, you can do
I
your
don't have it, but
shit.
But you! The one that's visible.
thought it was
dies.
better.
It sounds really
dies.
cool,
You
Okay.
gotta hit first.
I thought it was
Hunter's
every
mark.
turn.
No,
No?
because this is a triggered action. This is not a turn.
Okay. In that case,
Because
it's a straight
technically, you didn't tell me you were putting Hunter's Mark or anything. Your held action was to fire at something.
Gotcha.
I'm happy for you to use it on your turn, but you've not done it yet.
Yeah. Can I make it a favoured foe?
20 minutes, that's why I just assumed.
Is it an action or a bonus action to do it?
When you hit a creature with with an attack roll, you mark the target as your favourite foe.
So you have to hit it. You haven't hit it yet.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no, not yet.
Gods of the dice, give me a high number. That's.
From character. Can I play with that one instead?
16.
16.
Does he have a +9 as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it is just a hit.
Yes. Favourite foe on it.
Sorry. So just read that little bit again, that little excerpt you just read.
When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you mark the target as your favourite foe for 1 minute or until you lose concentration, as if you're concentrating on a spell. The first time.
So it's just automatic when you hit something that happens.
Yeah.
And if you hit something else, does it move? What happens when you hit something else?
Hold on. The first time on each of your turns that you hit the favoured enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it, you increase that damage by 1d4.
Okay. So you get to add a d4 to any damage you do to it.
Now that I think about it, if this is a general goblin, oops, this probably should be saved for a larger goblin. But I'm just
I mean, a general goblin's a pretty important goblin.
a general, as in the general that leads
General
the army.
goblin?
Yes.
I'm generally a goblin, or I'm a general goblin.
That's my new title for the next character.
Okay. So roll your damage and add a d4
Yep.
because it's not even a choice. You have to do it.
1d8, which is you.
Yeah.
Same again, please.
Ouch. Damn.
He's not. I've said it.
Oh.
I just said that to Julius. I sent him home like half an hour ago. But
Oh, plus a d4, which
I
is.
didn't realise. Double J dick.
Yes.
Honey.
Yes.
We've got no ice though.
Diet.
Diet, yeah.
Ah, small.
I just told you off. But sent him home.
No,
12
Yeah.
12.
damage. Yeah.
And this is that gobbo. That.
Plus 6 on what? Plus 5.
How'd you do it?
That makes 2, 6, 6, 5.
How'd you do it?
Wait, hold on.
I mean, he's dead.
Five
You can
plus
keep adding
six.
if you like. He's dead.
11,
He's
sorry.
still dead.
He's still
How'd
dead.
you do it?
Literally through the left eye socket, just
Oh, nice.
sunk.
Also, your favourite foe, you can only use twice per one.
Yes, I've noticed that now. That's why I said General Goblin.
Yeah.
This is why I was asking, do you have to use it? Or do you choose to use it? And the way you read it is that you have to use it.
Because
sense.
I'm experimenting with the character, and I fucked up when we were playing with him. So yeah.
Yeah, well, he wasn't even adding his +9 to his rolls.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
To my
So
attack rolls,
you
and
hit
I was still hitting
and
things.
killed a goblin, which now falls in forwards into the thorns.
Yeah. I take it this was the aim of the direction we were going with goblins, because I don't like goblins. So.
Next. Phew. What's your
Oh.
AC?
I will be visible now, won't I, as well? 'Cause
What
I've
did you
performed
do?
an
What was
action.
your AC?
What did you roll?
What's your AC?
What did you roll?
What's your AC? I'm going to change it. It's there, the dice. So
14.
14.
JM, in case this changes anything, I'm now visible because I made an action.
Is that what happens when you make an action? You're just visible automatically. So
Yeah.
that was a
The invisibility ends, yes.
okay. You have been hit on a 14. Okay.
Cool.
That's why I thought I'd better tell you. I could have got away with that, but.
Where's the D6? We don't have a D6 of these.
No, there isn't a D6 in
You will never get one.
there. No,
Alright.
come with it. Lovely.
So take 4 damage, please. You have
Hellish
taken.
rebuke.
You've still taken the damage.
Yeah. No, just say.
Yeah. You're like, I don't give a shit. I rebuke this hellishly.
Ow! Dick!
I was literally bait and you attacked me. God damn it!
This was the desired thing we were trying to do,
Also, we were trying to
but
get
it took like an hour.
I'm happy for you to make one choice.
One choice.
The arrow's hit you. It's done the 4 damage,
Mhm.
but you knew they were going to attack you, so you can turn either way. You can pick which arm it's hit. Which way have you turned? That way or that way?
Where's it come from again?
Directly in front of you.
Left.
Yeah.
Because he would have tried with his right. That's statistically more likely to be right-handed. Couldn't go across me like that.
He's
Into the left.
He's actually interested. The way he would shoot at you, it would hit you right centre point because it's very slightly at an angle.
Yeah, hit me centre point.
Yeah, but you're turning your body because you know something's firing at you, and you can pick which way you're
I see.
turning. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Which way
well,
would you turn
I would
naturally?
pull my strong.
Take my strong hand.
I would take it as my strong hand, but I don't know which one that is.
I'm shooting at you. Which way do you turn instinctively? Right. So you've taken left arms, got an arrow in it.
Yeah.
4 damage.
Ow! Sorry, I'm trying to find the bloody hellish rebuke.
You just hear hee hee from the hedge behind you.
Should be there as a reaction, shouldn't
There's the spell.
So this is where that's come from, just that way.
He needs.
Did you
to
see that? Did that come on the screen?
Why is his arrow on fire?
It's not. I was just using something that would show.
He needs to do a dex save.
Just do a dex save.
Yeah.
What's the distance on Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah, enough.
What's the distance on Hellish Rebuke?
60 foot.
60.
And it's about 30 foot by last time I looked.
The last time I looked, you don't even know where the goblin is.
No, but to the edge of here is about 30 feet.
it? It's 55 to where he is now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just in. That's why I was like, it's fucking close what you're saying here. That's why I was asking. You're like, man, it's 60 foot.
I think I counted to here before, that's why.
Ah, right. Cool. Yeah, but you hit. Well, no, you don't necessarily hit. Sorry, what is it I'm rolling against?
That's still
Dex
40
save.
foot.
Dex. Alright, well, let's do it in front of everyone. So it's a +2 on the Dex. Oh, choke it back up.
Oh, that one. He headbutts the arrow.
He does a really cool roll.
What is hellish
Into-
rebuke?
Yeah.
Because I know it's
Isn't
like...
it flame? There's no hellish.
Yeah,
Fire damage.
yeah. So basically a firebolt. I got, ow, you prick! Sent a
Eat
firebolt
fire.
after him. And I rolled
3d10.
24 damage.
1 second, let me just check. No.
Is there a sizzling sound?
There is, and there's mainly just melted bush.
I was going to say, does the bush catch fire?
That's why I keep getting really annoyed. Every time I go to use that, I don't hit anything because they haven't hit me. I'm like, I can't use it. I can't use it. I'm like, boom, 24, insta kill. It's a bit like your thing.
Except he did 50.
Yeah, so the annoying thing is now.
Yeah, but I could have done 30, which isn't far.
What's the actual annoying thing now?
Well, I don't know yet actually. But
The
what
actual-
I-
The annoying thing is now
you
is
don't know where-
all of the ones that you know where they are
Dead.
Well,
dead.
yeah, exactly.
But
And
I-
also, my intention was to use something.
Look.
My intention was to use something that does
And
more
Joe-
It's a shame you couldn't
damage.
delete that token while that was happening.
Yeah.
I would suggest, judging by
I like the end of that one. It still looks really cool.
Yeah, but if you delete the token,
Like,
at
just
that
whilst I was
point,
doing it, you
yeah,
can't do it. There should be little like
Yeah,
bits
yeah,
you can
little things.
prep.
just cracks apart and just vanishes like it does in
Don't
You-
click
you
your
can-
fingers
You can get the you can get a lot of interactive like maps that do some of those things.
because of
So-
Thanos.
Ah, right.
To everything turned into ash.
No, only
Oh,
half
right.
of things. Only half of
I did it
things.
twice, so it's okay. It's only if it's once.
Oh, you unclipped.
Yeah.
Snap.
So everything instantly just went back.
I
Interesting
remember
fact
that.
about Julia: she watched Endgame and didn't realise there was an unsnap. until I made her watch it again.
In the cinema.
And
I
all
watched
the
it in the
staff.
cinema.
No.
She didn't
I
realise
have
everything
no
was on
idea.
It's
set.
like the best scene when Tony
We were
does
watching Winter Soldier and Falcon, the show, and she was like, "But I don't."
Well,
know.
careful, I'm not. Whoa.
No. She just.
Okay,
It's
cool.
nothing.
It's not
just,
spoilers.
I
I'm in
don't
the middle of
understand
it at
when
the
does
moment,
everyone
so-
come back from the snap, and I'm like, "Pardon what?"
Yeah. Wait, but she's seen WandaVision.
I know.
Like that's the whole basis of the show is that
Yeah.
she's lost her mum
Yeah,
who was there,
yeah.
she came back.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I didn't know who Wanda or Vision were when I watched WandaVision.
WandaVision.
What? No,
Yeah.
no.
Got to the end of it.
What?
she's-
No.
It's
No.
I didn't understand the
Fine,
bit
there's
with her
nothing
brother.
else matters. Did you hear what she just
So
said?
you slept through Endgame, is what you're
It's
saying?
not just Endgame.
Everything.
It's the only Endgame was the only one she'd
we
seen.
we watched WandaVision, and we watched Winter Soldier and Falcon, and she's like, I don't understand the bit about Wanda's brother, and I'm not quite sure about this. I'm like, well, that happens in Age of Ultron. What you want about? She's like, I don't think I've seen that one. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't really get Captain America. He's a bit of a goody two shoes, and I'm like, that's the whole fucking point.
Too much
Uh,
with good.
and she's like, right, I haven't seen that one because I didn't really like him.
He's the Superman.
And then
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, I'm like, well, he's kind of important because of this.
Everything,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
so much worse because of that.
Yeah.
And she's like, right, okay, right.
But you know what
So
that means?
we
You
went-
now get to watch
No,
Panther.
we've done it.
Yeah.
We've gone back and we've watched every single
I did it in
thing
lockdown.
in chronological order.
Yeah. Chronological as well, properly. So
Chronological.
you watch
Captain
like
America,
Captain Marvel
Marvel.
at the right time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Everything.
Love
So
it.
good.
So good that way around.
She
That's
sat
what I
there
did in lockdown.
every friggin' movie. Oh! See?
Imagine watching Endgame before all of them.
I know.
What?
So you know the
That's
end
the
before
biggest
But
mindfuck
she's like,
ever.
I think I've seen Black Panther. There's that bit where he lines up with all the bad guys, and I'm like, well, that's both movies, but
Yeah.
no. And then we
Yeah, I
get to
definitely
it,
not seen Black
not seen a
Panther.
single bit of Black Panther, and I'm like, major plot points, very important.
Yeah.
Like, all of them are
So they're
individual
like, why
movies.
would they go to this random place in Africa to fight
Yeah.
panthers?
Yeah. I'm like,
To fight who?
but Spider-Man.
I thought you said Davros. I was going to say wrong show,
he
mate.
said that.
Definitely said that.
Yeah.
I heard Davros.
And then on top of that, it's like,
Nah, he's
I'm like, but you know Spider-Man's okay because you've seen the Spider-Man movie.
And stuff, yeah.
There's like 2 of them
Yeah, yeah.
since then, and she's like, that's the point. We haven't watched
I've never
Spider-Man.
seen any Spider-Man movie except for the Avengers.
You can't see you've never seen Spider. There's been like 30 odd Spider-Man films, and you've not seen a single one.
I don't know who she dated before me, but they need to sort their shit out because they're
That means
all.
you can watch the good Spider-Mans at the start. You can watch the Tobey Maguire ones. They were all really good. Don't miss out the Garfield ones. They're dog shit.
But did you just say that Spider-Man 3 though?
I still like Spider-Man 3.
So do I.
Yeah, because it's literally how he is in the
You
comic.
triggered Matt. You triggered Matt.
But that is how he
See,
is in the
right,
book.
stop. This can happen in the podcast.
Oh yeah, D&D.
DD.
Yeah. But that is how he is in the
Oh,
book.
it's still a good movie. It's just over the Andrew Garfield ones. I would say so.
Sorry, you don't think that the Tobey Maguire ones are better than the Garfield ones?
Not number 3. Not number 1 and 2. They were
Just
amazing.
Again, I'm gonna say caveat. We're on a stream about D&D. Can we get back to D&D?
Fine by me.
'Cause
I'm here all night.
I want to
so-
go to bed at some point.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'd quite like to have a cold shower before bed.
I've got a very long weekend.
Yes. So, next.
I've got to go to Kendall on Saturday and then Bangor on Sunday.
Bang who?
Perth.
Okay.
I'm not
I
even
need to roll that.
I did say cute in a sarcastic way.
See,
That's a no.
I'm a bit like Sheldon. I don't really understand sarcasm.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Las Mura. What would you like to do?
Oh, have they all gone now?
I didn't say that. I just was busy
There's
doing
two
this
of them
stuff
that
while
are
we're
dead.
talking.
They've done something.
There's a flaming bush there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. The bush was flaming.
There's some cream for that.
Castiel,
Yes.
you see something. Only you see it because of the distance, what you've just done, and the melty
Can I
that
move
you
forward
just
a
did.
bit
I'm just
as
going to
well?
tell you
Oh
something.
my god, just
You see the outline of a shape that doesn't look.
the
It
same
doesn't
as the
look
others.
humanoid.
Okay.
Whatever it is looks bigger,
Yeah.
but I mean, it could be an animal. It could also be. I mean, it's roughly the shape and size of the kind of sled that you're looking for.
Okay.
But you're only seeing a silhouette of it. So, I mean, it could be a dog. Again, I'm using dogs, it's about the size.
Oh yeah.
But there's definitely something, basically, just beyond. I'm going to ping. Tell me when you can see the ping. Can you see that arm on the gem layer? Yeah, can you see that ping?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, it's in that direction, but further than you can see on the map.
Okay.
Not much further. On those squares from that ping, it's about 4 to 5 squares further.
Okay.
So there's a silhouette of something not moving.
Yeah. I was just saying, can I move? Oh no, it's on my go.
It's not your
It's not okay. You did that as a reaction.
Reaction, yeah, sorry.
So, Last Miro, what would you like to do?
I'd like to move forward to the right, where there's the. Can I
You're going to have
point
to
it?
just point, yeah. I think that's going to.
I'm coming through.
We used to have a pointer.
yeah, Sid took it
Like
home.
here, like this square.
As far to the side as you can, yeah?
Yeah.
So here, is that what you're saying?
Yes, beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
And then.
You know about yourself?
Nice.
Sorry, that was fucking creepy, by the way. I mean, no one's been talking about it because we waited for him to leave, but that was fucking creepy as fuck. I don't care. I'll tell him to his face, he was pissed.
Yeah. And then I'm
I'll
gonna
wait till he's sober to tell him, but yeah.
chill, I think, because I can't do anything else. I can daunting roar and try and see if there's anybody within 10 feet of me.
I think you'd have seen them if they were within 10 feet of you. Unless they're.
Well, I mean,
hiding
you'd have to
in the
assume he'd only be 10 feet in front because then you've walked past them. If
Okay, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill. I'm just gonna chill here.
you're chilling there, so you're just chilling, you're not doing anything. You're walking and staying.
Yeah.
You're not holding action. You're not trying
Ready
to
with your
hide.
axe?
You're not doing anything at all.
Do you have any ranged weapons yet?
No.
Shot a javelin.
Do you have a
I
javelin?
had a javelin.
I mean, the
Hang
javelin
on.
still
Does
exists.
that mean you had a javelin
But
the
does
last
it?
time we had the whole
Because it
conversation
was on
about you not
fire.
having a range?
Yeah, because at the end she went, "Oh, I've got a javelin."
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, it was on fire.
It's now on
so
fire,
it's
so I don't have a javelin anymore.
It's not on fire anymore. It's just in the ground. You heard the tss as
Burn.
it hit the snow.
I'd
It's a
like
javelin.
to ready
It's not the bird.
my
It's not a spear. not
great
wood.
axe.
Originally, they were. They wouldn't
you
have
see
fibre
that line
dogs
that's
in
wrong?
this.
No, they're made
Yes.
of metal.
That's your
They
javelin.
used to be made of wood.
Is it in one piece
originally.
still?
You can't tell.
But this isn't back in history. This is a different world.
I might give it a go. I might
They're
go
all
after
pictured
it.
as metallic.
Yeah, I'll ready my axe actually.
That's where you saw it go because the fire's gone out, so it's dark. So that's the last place you saw it.
But the
go.
bush is on fire.
The bush was temporarily on fire.
Oh, is the bush gone out?
It's
Yeah,
gone
it's
out,
just
yeah.
fizzled. It's all wet and snow.
Yeah, so I ready my great axe for if there's another one of those bad guys,
Goblins.
goblins, comes within 5 feet of me.
Just 5 foot.
Just 5 foot.
Was it
It's
your
10
axe?
foot away. I'm not interested. If
But
it
yeah,
comes-
because
Fuck
it's,
it.
it's,
If he-
I've
if
only
he-
got a 5 foot range.
This is my no-no square
I've only got a 5
This
foot
is my
range.
personal space.
space. If he steps in this space, he's dead.
Because if it's 10 foot, I still can't hit it with my 5 foot range. So there's no point in me having a 10, like worrying about 10
You can
foot.
step forward.
Malcolm, the food was really nice. Thank you.
Don't know. Alright, okay, 10 foot then.
Yeah.
10 foot range. Goblin in a 10 foot range. I'll hold in my action for my great axe.
So you swinging the shit out of it, one-handed or two-handed.
Two-handed. It does. I think it says it's a two-handed weapon, which is why I think I'm going to shoot.
Oh right, yeah. Sometimes the axes give you the choice.
Yeah,
that's
you,
why I was
you
asking.
can sometimes.
That's fine. If it's two-handed weapon, that's absolutely fine.
It doesn't
Cool.
actually say.
Then
But
it's
it's probably will
one-handed.
do on a fuller.
Right. Next is Siddle. What are you doing? You're visible now, so I'll just.
Same as before, I'm going to ready, but this time Toll the Dead.
You're readying Toll the Dead.
Yes.
That was
So
actually really useful.
you're staying where you are, or are you moving?
I will stay where I am,
Okay.
partially hidden by a bush.
And when you say readying Toll the Dead, what's your range on that?
60 foot.
Trying to.
I chose that and then
Okay.
two-hand axe.
So just so you've got a reference, I'll give you that range now.
I will. Yeah.
200.
So that's your range there, yeah? That's
Cool, yeah.
55.
So anything that comes in that area that resembles a goblin
Anything that
or
comes, what's
looks
going on in this bush?
hostile towards the party, I will
Toll the Dead.
point at
Riding
it
right,
and
yeah.
ring a bell in its ears.
Okay.
You're riding.
Is there anything else you're doing?
No, he
No.
changed back in.
Agron, what are you doing?
Oh.
Not right, lots to be honest.
Not a right lot. This is the worst ambush I've ever fucking seen.
Well,
You've
no,
basically
no,
done.
I'm the bait, and I've done.
You've done
the
Captain
second most
America.
amount there.
One of you's gone in and gone, and no one else has done fucking anything.
I'm there with my shield. That's
That's what we
broken.
call an ambush, though. An ambush is you lure them in,
But you didn't
they
really
haven't
lure.
lured
You
them
just
in.
went.
They didn't really come running, did they?
You mean I was
They were
different?
sneaking up. They don't just go. Ah!
Yeah,
They
but
can
the fact
see
that
you. You weren't
thought
hiding.
they'd done it.
Like, why would they ever act like that?
Is it my will? Was you wearing my coat?
Also, there's something you all know about goblins, because whilst it's night time for you, all the time, they can see in the fucking dark.
So can I.
So can I.
So
So
can
did
I.
That vision, yeah.
So
But only
that's also
65.
fine.
I
too. The
can't.
point is they can, so they can be sneaky as fuck, knowing that you're there the whole time.
Yeah.
You got out in the open
Yeah.
and then hid in front of them.
Yeah, we weren't very stealthy
Yeah.
when we did it.
We were in the.
I
open
rolled
to
over
begin with.
20, like 24 to go to
To
like,
stealth. Yeah, sorry, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Right.
You're a man-sized
I
being
wish that was a start.
walking
I don't
into a
think
bush
that-
going, well, I'm hidden now. No one saw me get into this bush. It doesn't matter how well you fucking hide.
saw you before the bush.
Yeah.
Before
Just
the
watch
bush.
me, watch me.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a
Okay.
question.
I didn't
1
know
second.
That. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was before
Just
the
1
bush.
second. 1 second.
Take away.
Where am I? Where am I?
I don't know.
You are invincible.
I mean, I was fucking hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know they'd seen us before then.
That was the noise.
No, the noise was over the hill, basically.
Yeah, but the point was that the initial noise that we heard was them going, "Ooh, look at them dickheads.
Let's hide.
Let's hide."
Was it?
Yes.
And then we reacted, let's hide, and just stepped into the hedge.
Somebody's going to pop up and
Hence,
go,
hence that you believe you're being stealthy.
Again, this might be different to some games of D&D you've played, but I don't like to play bad guys as fucking idiots that want to die. Right?
I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
well, let's just say that my character's ultra squishy. He's not going to lead the charge. So it's up to you guys to lead the charge.
I'm trying.
we might if they throw you.
If they can catch me or find me.
Adgron, I know you said you're not doing the right lot. Are you moving? Do you want to re-stealth in the position that someone watched you get into?
I'm like, excellent.
Well, actually, no, I think
Till they
about it.
lower in the bush.
He's chucking stone into himself.
Madness.
Starts digging a hole.
I kind of actually want to do something, but
Diggy, diggy
it
hole.
doesn't tell me if it's an action or a bonus action. It's magical tinkering, so I want to imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of my choice, which is a 5-foot
If
radius
it
of
doesn't
light,
say, then it's probably an
recorded
action.
message, emits an odor or a non-verbal sound, or a static visual effect.
Okay, so what are you actually doing?
Well, I want to make it do a non-verbal sound.
To
A non-verbal sound.
Yeah,
So
like
so what's your non-verbal sound?
birds chirping
Where do you want that sound to be?
on my arrow.
On your arrow.
Yeah.
Okay, and who are you shooting?
I'm just gonna shoot it in that general direction of that. What the fireball went to.
I love this shit.
I'm too
I can
sure
honestly
of
say
this.
I try to think about what you might do, and I never fucking guess. Never fucking guess what this group's gonna do. Right. So to be clear, a arrow that's chirping like a bird
Yeah.
is going. I'm gonna check on the ping here. Are you wanting to go here? Because that's where the flaming bush was, or you want to go here where the flaming javelin went?
Kind of in between it.
So you want to go
But
here.
I am
Right
kinda
there.
aiming for the ground as well.
So you're aiming for the ground. So you want it to drop right where I'm pinging,
Yes.
and you're
Like basically turn it off.
for up to. Is it just
Doesn't say.
indefinite? So is it a
Just says
concentration?
I can have a maximum of 3 items that can do it.
But there's no time limit anywhere on it, so that can be forever. There's just bird song playing on an arrow.
Well, until I undo it, yeah.
It doesn't mention, yeah.
Yeah, don't mention. I think the actual thing is.
No, on
Oh,
the
wait,
actual
no,
spell
wait.
itself.
Oh
will be
wait,
a
when you
time.
click in, it tells you
Sorry.
loads more.
Alright, it is an action.
Yeah.
It's better.
So that if it's an action, you couldn't have fired the arrow then, could you?
No, I won't be able to fire the arrow. So now I've just got to chirp in.
Why
arrow.
wouldn't you be able to? Oh, is it an action
It's
to
an
actually
action to
set
actually
it?
set it, yeah.
I think I picked the wrong character for this team. I should have picked like a raging barbarian or something.
No, you've got a good character for it, and you've played it as a character that's
The
absolutely
noise.
grand, and you're still learning how I'm trying to be nice and give you as many tips as I can, but also they've played with it, so I'm going to also still keep it.
But there's a part of me that just wants to go Leroy fucking Jenkins.
You can always Leroy fucking Jenkins,
No,
and you
I
always get
can't.
value if you hit.
So, I'm about to.
Yeah, okay, good.
Actually, I'm surprised it's taken Spanner this long to Leroy.
Come
In
on.
fairness, that was the throwing of the torch. Was the I'm about to Leroy fucking Jenkins this shit.
No, okay, fine.
Leroy Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Right. So, can you do what you're trying to do?
Well, I can't fire it, so now I've just got it in my hands.
So you're just holding an arrow. So you're stealth to fuck, right?
I'm very
In a
stealthy,
bush.
and there's a.
I'm now a bird. It's,
The goblins again.
the noise
Fucking
is only
dwarf making bird song
No.
whilst hiding. What the fuck's wrong with him?
the
just
noise
spent
is
10
only
minutes
hearable
fiddling
from
with an
10
arrow.
feet though.
Sorry.
The noise is only perceivable from 10 feet.
Okay.
So,
Oh, this is great. Do you want-
So you're trying to be a really shit bard.
Can I also
basically,
add
is
to
that right?
this that you know when you fired it, you won't even know if the bird song's playing or not
when I fire it, yeah.
because it'll have gone and you'll never know until you get there whether it's still going or not.
I know if I bestow the magic.
And if it lands
only-
10 feet away from them, more than 10 feet away from them, they don't know either.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? Stovin can hear your bird song. Nobody else can. So he's like, why is the really fucking loud bird song? What the
Just
fuck are
staring
you
at it going,
doing?
going,
And everyone
fucking
else is looking
cool.
at Stovin going, what are you on about? What the fuck are you on about?
Just sat there like.
There's pitch
You
blackness
okay?
and I'm hearing tweet, 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 tweet.
But yeah,
I
that's
can't
my,
see the bird.
that's my turn.
That's your turn. Good turn.
I bet you wish you read the spell now, don't you?
I'm looking around wondering where
I
Tim's
made that
gone.
mistake.
Is it
so
my go
often.
yet?
Stovin's turn. You're after Stovin.
Stovin's turn, eh? Okay, well, does Stovin have any vague idea where this proximate enemy?
I mean, the movement you've seen's been terminated so far.
I'll shoot the one other bit of movement I saw off to the left.
So it's not too far away from where that javelin's landed, or was last seen.
Yes.
So you're going to shoot in that direction.
Yes, I'm going to shoot at it.
You shoot at the javelin.
No,
Because you
at
can't
it.
see the javelin.
That
No, the
it's
spot I
making
saw
bird
movement.
noises.
Yeah,
and
so
can only be heard by someone 10 feet away, which is literally just over.
Movement after it paused.
That's good.
movement after it
Oh,
paused.
because it stopped moving, didn't it?
No, you stopped seeing it moving. That doesn't mean it stopped moving.
No, in that case, I'm going to hold
That shouldn't
my
change it. It's just you've stopped seeing it move. That's
I'm going
all.
to hold my action until I see something vaguely goblin to shoot.
See you later. So your plan is,
Bye
if you
now.
see something hostile move, you're shooting it.
Anything goblinish as well.
So anything goblinish or hostile, you're shooting it.
Yeah. Basically.
Does that mean that none of us need to move? No, because hostile's
Why
bad.
would you need to move?
No, as in not
What?
hostile.
It's not even linked to you. Nothing is linked to you at all.
Have you got the signs in and everything, yeah?
Yeah, sounds really
And flip the sign?
Yeah,
Cool, yeah, crack on, mate. Go.
yeah. Right, see you tomorrow.
Don't forget to clock out.
Yeah.
I don't think Mal did.
So you've not fired. You've held your action.
Yeah.
Same action as before, but hostile or goblin.
Yep.
You see it, you're shooting.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Castiel. Sorry, Leroy.
I would like to move. Hang on. 30 feet towards.
This is raging dwarf in the
So you're not doubling that movement then.
No, because I was still on attack.
What are you attacking?
Well, it's
I want to
hoping that
move
you'll see
towards
something.
the other.
That's
the
where you
other-
want to go.
the-
Exactly
the
where I'm
last-
going.
The last bit of movement, wherever the last.
So
Because there was 3 pings, but I can't remember where it was now. Because I wasn't here for the pinging bit.
it's fine. So it's where you threw the javelin roughly.
Yeah,
That direction. That's
that
not,
direction. I'm hoping with my dark vision of range of 60 feet, I should be able to see
Yeah.
something.
It's not the dark vision that's
It's the
stopping
snow.
you see. It's the snow that makes it more difficult. So that's why you've seen some things.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're there.
Yeah.
You can see. You can make out the remnants of your ex-goblin over here. You can see
I
the
love the smell
javelin
of burnt
stuck in
goblin.
the ground. And
Tasty goblin.
you can see the
An impaled
shape.
goblin on the.
You can see the shape still. Nothing's moving there. It's roughly the size of what you would see. Can you see the ping?
No.
Okay, it's. Can you see the ping now?
Yes.
It's below that 3 boxes further down, and it's
So-
that shape that I said is roughly sled sized. I am not calling it a sled. I'm just trying to give you an idea of the size and shape of the thing you can see.
Gotcha.
So
It's just an outline. It is not moving.
Oh, I see. I probably want to dash then. Oh no, I've got a way of checking it. I'll Eldritch Blast it.
Yeah.
See ya.
Because if it's not humanoid or
If it's
not
not
live,
organic.
it won't work.
That is true.
Like a
I
mimic.
need to get technical with some bits now. I'm
Really?
trying to work out the best way to do it. Okay. I would like you to roll a d6.
Yeah, because Eldritch Blast specifically states
Listen.
that it doesn't
But before you
cause
roll
any
it,
damage to a non-biological.
I just need to make sure I've got this worked out in my head. Okay, yep, roll the dice.
4.
4. Eldritch Blast doesn't work.
So it's potentially not alive. So that's it, because that's my go up. But I think that's the sled. So I will shout back to the other numpties that are being weird over there. Whatever this is.
So you're shouting it. You're shouting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think this. What is it? This thing looks a bit like a sled. It might not be a sled. It could be a
Found
dog.
it.
But I Eldritch Blasted it. It did not work, so it's probably not alive. And not 100%, but I think we should try and move towards everything.
Channeling it off.
Everything. Just go through everything.
I just want to say, for the rest of us who don't actually understand the mechanics of Eldritch Blast, like in game, I wouldn't know how it worked.
You don't need to. He's just told you the information.
I literally said it doesn't work on
Did you?
biological.
No, but he also said
No.
there's a sled thing here. I think we should all go towards it. You don't
Yeah,
understand
no,
anything
but
like
I
Eldritch
was-
Blast for that, do you?
Yeah.
I tried Eldritch Blast.
He's just
It
telling you
didn't
what he
work.
thinks.
Probably
He's
Tried
still
to
telling you
fucking
what he
didn't
thinks.
work,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why it didn't work.
Yeah, but he's telling you what he thinks.
Yeah.
That's all he's done.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn. I can't do anything.
If you've got a bonus action, you can still use
I
that.
don't.
All right. Yep, that's it.
All my bonus actions are Hellish Rebuke style. Fuck off.
They're reactions. They're literally reactions.
What I love about my characters, they all seem to be very much like me. I won't throw the first punch, but if you hit me, I'm gonna fucking hit you back.
Whereas mine all run in charging. Typically, it's slice them in
Bang.
half.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Right.
In
But then
the
So-
deep down you want to throw the first punch all the time.
Castiel
I always
has
throw the
his
first punch all the time.
hand to his mouth as he's shouting, and as he puts his arm
Did anyone else hit birds?
down, you can't hit. him.
yes.
No.
Pew.
That was the
At the end, you hear a ping as it goes into your back. Hit. You've been hit by an arrow.
Time that speed any better.
That was the weirdest sounding arrow ever.
Is it alive?
Because I laughed at my second one, it really hurt to sneeze the second time.
How much damage did I take from that?
You've taken.
Oh,
I haven't rolled it
What, from the laugh?
yeah.
Laughter
yet.
damage.
4 damage again.
Oh
4
my god.
damages. I mean, you say, oh my god, but that's not a lot of damage.
No, but it's more than it needs to be.
It's like literally 1%
It's
of
a
my.
quarter
It's
of
less
my
than
hand.
1%
Not
of
exactly
my overall.
enthralled.
1%.
Okay. So
No, it'd be-
you've taken.
You got 400.
Yeah, as I said, I was like, no, that's alright.
And what?
Oh,
Are you using
I'm
reaction?
I'm going to react
Are
with
you
Hellish
using
Rebuke.
Firstly, in doing so, the goblin has revealed itself, so you will see
Oh.
where that arrow has come from, which will trigger a few other things. So let's do that first of all. So
Is it within 150 feet?
it is. That's one of the actions
Ah.
I'm concerned
Oh,
with. So don't
it's
you?
gone.
It does. It'll go back, come back in a second.
You may not need to use your hellish rebuke.
Why is it doing that?
No. What the fuck of it? Shot me.
Well,
I
I know,
get the
but
kill.
I go before you in the thingy, Bobby. So.
No, you don't if it's a reaction. I'm reacting to being shot.
Okay, that goes. My reaction doesn't count.
No,
No.
no.
Yours will. but it
Actually,
happens after.
actually, the goblin's just revealed itself, and it's in reaction to his hostile action or being visible. So technically, his action would be first.
Whose would?
Oh.
Stoven's. because of what his trigger is.
So does that mean his, then mine, and then
Your
his
trigger is a reaction to what happens, whereas his trigger is being visible, and it's visible in actually
It's
attacking.
fire.
Because that was also my reaction as well.
Yep. Again,
So
that's what I'm
If
saying.
you two
I
kill
said
this
there's a
fucking
few.
goblin before
You-
I get a chance
I'm
to
still trying to
annihilate
sort this out, but
All
you
the
two.
XP is mine.
Yeah.
It's not XP, it's master.
I know, I'm joking.
That's the annoying thing.
Yeah.
I would be. That's what annoys me about Tales of the Yawning Portal, because I have killed a lot of
We
things.
kill a lot of stuff in that.
I kill a lot of things.
Specifically on Monday, you went, finally killed something, and then we reminded you the amount that you've actually
I kill a
killed.
lot.
Can you all
If
see
I
the
kill,
goblin that's now
I
visible?
very rarely
Yes.
kill something, but if I kill like 20 people.
Yes, I heard.
Again, a bit like.
I heard about your
a bit
genocide,
like-
yes.
Well, no,
So,
it's got worse. I killed a load of
first-
monkeys the other day. Like out of 19, just for the fun
You
of
did
it.
not tell me there was monkey deaths.
Well, there were baboons, but
The DM
So-
is leading.
First of all, just for anyone that might be watching the stream, are you updating your damage on your D&D Beyond? Because that'll be updated on the stream.
I have you.
Cool. Second of all, Stovin,
Yo,
your shot distance is...
150.
No, I'm telling you what it actually is.
What? I'm telling you what it
100
is.
exactly. So I'm just checking what it actually
No,
is.
he was
Because if it's
checking
over the
what the distance
150,
is.
you'd have
Oh,
had disadvantage on the shot.
Yeah.
So
okay.
100 exactly. So you've got a normal shot.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sorry, your phrasing there was like, the D&D Beyond is wrong. Basically, you're telling me.
No.
8 plus 9.
That's a hit.
17.
Well, no, because I've got to tell him 8 plus 9 can't add it together.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
that should
I
tell-
did that in my head as you said it.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
I know what his AC is, you don't. So
Yes.
So you hit.
So it's 1d5, which is, well, 1d8, sorry.
You're a brave man. You're a stupid man. A brave one.
Why? Because he got an ice cream for him and not you.
Yeah.
How many times you said no because you're on a diet?
Is it at full
0
health?
today.
Does it matter?
Yes. Colossal Slayer. Once per turn, when you hit hit a creature with an attack, the creature takes an extra 1d8
Raise
of
my
damage.
nose, root
If its
it.
HP is below its max.
It is at full health.
Okay.
I mean, you've only just seen it.
Yeah. 11?
11 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to reach it at 60 feet.
You might not need to. Just
Yeah, no, I'm
deciding
saying if you-
what's going on. It falls back into the bush.
Okay. Yeah. It is severely disabled.
It's 100 feet away, so it's very difficult for you to know whether it's alive or dead. It's fallen back into the bush.
Definitely dead.
Okay. So,
How's
are
your
you
movement
triggering or not, first of all?
It's not in range, so I can't.
Okay. Are you reacting or not at this
No.
point?
Yeah,
All
let's
kills
repeat
for
that
David.
for that.
Can't see anything. It fell into a hedge, so if I'm hellish rebuking a hedge.
Sorry, I just had this picture of like, bush on the edge.
If I can't kill anything necessarily, or definitely kill something, there's no point.
Phew. That's the sound of another arrow.
Nice.
And this time,
Funny thing was I rolled 24 again.
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry, mate.
at Lasmura. Does a 13 hit? Don't know, you've got not very armorous skin as a lion, so I don't know what she's got on.
No, but I do get a bonus for not wearing armour. It does not.
Okay. So another goblin has revealed itself.
Is it in range of 6?
Is it a range of me? Fuck's it.
No, he's too pinchy. Why would the people. What is with you, love it?
No, it is not.
Do you want me to measure it for you?
Yeah,
It's not big enough.
I didn't think it would be.
75. Okay. I don't think anyone else has any reactions or anything that they can use at this point because they've all been used.
I can't do mine.
Phew. I'll wait for Smiley to come back because this affects him.
Pincushion time. Is he a dwarf?
No, he's a human.
I don't know your characters really.
He's not human.
Yeah, he is.
I thought he was some sort of.
No, he hasn't heard it. Don't say it. I'm not doing it.
Never mind, sorry.
It's unfair to do that whilst he's gone.
Are you a human or a dwarf, Smiler?
No, he's like an angel thing.
Last Mura, what would you like to do?
Celestial. Sorry, yeah, I would have noticed the wings, but yeah, clicked again in my head.
Move forward, still hugging that right bit, just in front of where that dead goblin is.
Just in front of it.
Yeah.
Cool. You're ignoring the fact there's a massive load of entangle there, so that's going to cause you some issues.
Oh yeah, shit. Can I walk
So
around
that's
it?
well, 2, 3. What's your movement?
If you move, does that count?
35 feet.
If you
Where
move,
do you want to finish?
Like, at the other side of the entanglement by the
You
bush.
can go around it for.
Can we make a rule that the staff gets the customer's name and not just put blue shirt? Because that is where I've watched enough Bar Rescue to know that's going to piss off John Pepper.
So you can avoid the entangle to get there.
And he's
Yeah,
calmer than I
perfect.
am.
You're not doing anything else? Or are you
No.
doing something else? You're doing anything else?
I'm gonna hold my action.
I'm just going to really. I'm going
So
to
what's the right funny, 'cause
strongly ask this question
You're
one more
literally
time.
the only person sat in the bar.
You're going to do anything else?
Yeah, you put blue shirt and then over to the bar.
It's golden to
That's cool, I'm good with that. As long as
I mean, I don't know what options you've got, but I mean, there's
Not
a
a
goblin
lot.
right there.
Oh yeah, I have nothing range. Nothing.
You can throw
I
things
can
that
see.
aren't necessarily ranged
Oh wait, I can
weapons.
just throw my great axe. Not my great axe, my hand axe.
Throw you great. Form.
I mean, that's literally all Thor does.
Just a question then. If you move, does that cancel your ready action?
How can you move?
No, it's just
Right.
me.
If when it gets to my turn, if I was to move, I would have to hold again. Is
Yeah,
that
because
right?
you've used it at that point.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to check.
Sorry, it's used at the start of your next turn.
Right.
I want to throw a
That's
hand
what I wanted
axe
to
at
make
him.
Okay. It'll have a range next to it for when it's a ranged weapon. There'll be like 2 numbers, a smaller one and a larger number. Usually something like 20 or 30 and then
20 and 60.
there you go. Is it within 20? It might just be. Let's have a look. 20 foot. So you're not at disadvantage, so you are just basically making an attack with your hand axe.
So roll to hit.
Just gotta remember to go and pick it back up.
Yeah.
Might more depend on whether the goblin's still alive or not.
16. So it's a 16 hit.
16, this goblin is hit. Roll damage.
Ooh. What's d6?
the rocket runs off screen.
8 damage.
It's not great, but it's not bad, so don't care.
I think it's, if it's on top of my 11, I think it's
What do you mean on top of your 11?
I know
So
this
it's
is
a
a
different
different
goblin,
one.
yeah.
Is it a different goblin?
Yeah.
The goblin
okay.
that's just
I thought
been.
it was the same one that
No, it's
Brian
this
was
goblin
watching.
here. Let me click on the right thing.
So where was
he's
the goblin
like-
I shot?
Not very happy.
Down the bush.
The dead one, or the one that's disappeared.
Yeah, the one that's disappeared.
You've basically got 2 visible dead goblins, 1 goblin's disappeared, and 1 live and visible goblin here. And that's the one that's just been thrown a hand axe at. It is not dead.
So where did the one I
Yeah.
shoot that went disappeared? Where was it?
Would
There.
we know if it was bloody?
Did you hit it?
Yeah.
Caused
You
damage?
would know that it was bloodied. Yeah, you hit it, you know you hit it, you know you caused damage, and it is. So the way that the easiest way to describe it in real terms is if anything is damaged by half or more,
Yeah.
you can see that it's bloodied.
Okay, cool.
And that is the case.
Cool.
And it'd probably be screaming.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's your turn.
Yeah.
Siddle.
Walk forward 30 feet towards that goblin.
But then let it go on the fans or
There, yeah.
Yeah. And then that'll put me in range of that. goblin, 60 feet.
Yep.
Toll the dead. I point at the creature I can see within range. Sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment, and the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
The goblins are not particularly wise.
That's why I chose this attack.
So what's it got to be?
11.
Oh, rolled a 12. Oh, -1. 11.
That still passes that.
Yeah. I was like, I went through the.
That was
Passed
an
it,
emotion.
failed it. Passed it.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So it's passed it, I'm
Have you
afraid.
played Blood Bowl?
Damn it, it doesn't
very
take-
briefly, but
Yeah.
it was Alex and
We'll
it
have to. Yeah, I was
overcomplicated.
going to say we'll have to play it together sometime.
It
So
doesn't.
that's one of the things where it's like you get a plus for this, but a minus for that, and a plus for this, and you're like, so it's just a fucking 3. Just say 3.
Yeah.
Like, why was it that?
Annoyingly, that doesn't mean it even takes half.
Oh, is it a cantrip?
No.
It's not a
Yes,
cantrip,
sorry, yes,
usually
it
you
is,
take
yes.
half, so it
Yes,
must
sorry,
be.
it is. But the annoying thing with that is, because it had taken damage, it would have been a D12 instead of a D8 as well.
Really? So, basically.
Nope, so I've missed.
Well, yeah, but it's a cantrip. So if you've got another spell that's a bonus action, you can still cast it.
I think
which
I've
is
just got
sometimes
me
big.
throwing a rock.
Well,
You
you
and
can throw a
your
rock
bloody
if you want.
rocks.
Have you got a rock?
Is it a
to throw?
beholder? If it's
He
not a
only
beholder,
throws it. if it's a
save the
beholder.
rock from the beholder.
No, the beholder's eye.
Yeah, just the eye.
He's gonna
I
crit
can
attack.
turn
big
it.
eye.
I can either throw a rock,
He's
which
gonna
I will
crit
do.
attack one, I bet you.
Have you got a rock to throw? Do you have to prepare a rock?
I honestly can't remember whether I still had
You
any
have.
last time
You
or
did
not.
have some.
I had some in the
prepared.
dream
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
Oh,
Fed
yeah.
them in the dream,
prepared.
so they'll never
I
actually prepare.
don't
Do you
think
think
I
I
We're
do.
way after that and we've had blizzards and all
Yeah,
sorts.
I
so
don't think I do.
I think it's unreasonable. The only thing I'm
I will
willing to go
prepare
on,
3 stones
well,
if
one
there are
second.
3
I'm
stones
willing
nearby.
to go on this. Does it cost you anything to prepare?
It's a bonus action to prepare.
I'm willing, if you think it's reasonable for you to have had them prepared during your ambush conversation, if you think you would have done that.
I hadn't thought about it, so I'll be honest and I'll
You're
say
preparing them now.
Yeah.
I will
So you now
not
have,
metagame it.
you have 3 rocks
Um,
available to you for next turn. Cool. Next is Agron.
My chirping arrow.
So you firing it?
Well, I want to move first. I've seen everyone's running away, so
Hmm.
I might as well try to keep up. And I know I'm slower than everyone.
Yeah, I'm going to specifically stay in that bush so he has to zoom out even further.
Yeah, you'll just be off the screen.
So is it 25?
5.
Yes, you can go there. Just there, or are you doing your double?
Yeah, we'll just go there.
Going there, you're going close to the rock, or you're going out into the open?
We'll stay close to the rock.
Yeah.
So just there, yeah?
So I can do 2.
Okay, anything else?
And then I'll fire my chirping arrow at the only goblin I can see.
Okay, so
You
what's
do
your
it down
distance?
there.
Your short distance?
1 for each kind
It
of
is
I have my 360 ones and then I realised I didn't pick the one and I was like, I hate
80.
everything.
That's fine. So no disadvantage on the roll.
Say that.
yeah. Where's the marble stick?
11.
Misses.
There's some stickers
So,
in the box with the rest of them.
That'll be worth it.
he's not distracted.
It's like a pack.
No.
The fastest bird he's ever thought of has flown past him.
What the fuck?
But yeah, it's missed.
And
All
then-
that.
To miss.
When you could have just fired an arrow at any point. All that extra effort.
Did
What
he
were you
use
hoping
Catball?
to do with the chirping?
I don't know, to be
Is that
honest.
your turn?
Distracted.
Just
Distract something, yeah.
I think you already had it. But did you use your inspiration that you had?
No, I haven't used it.
He used it in the year dream.
Did it?
No.
Did he actually?
No, I didn't.
If
use
you
it.
didn't, you've got an inspiration. You can. You can.
Teresa, I forgot I had that, and I also
Oh.
forgot what it does.
Well, I'm going to give you inspiration because I think it's absolutely mad what you just tried to do. Here you go. I mean, that was a great throw and terrible catch. I literally hit the
Just-
button on your chest.
Just like everything else I do, right? Great idea, but terrible execution.
Yeah. Make sure that if you don't use it by the end of the session, that you add it to your sheet
Yes.
you already have it added on your sheet.
from before.
Yeah, I do already have it, yeah. Double inspired. I don't know what to do though.
You can. Is it re-roll any
Yeah,
roll?
basically, before you know the outcome of your roll, you announce you want to re-roll it, or before you roll, you can say I'm going to use inspiration here and have an advantage.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. So I think.
Have you seen the inspiration?
But if you roll it and I say you fail, that's too late. If you roll
Yeah,
it
well, so
before
can-
I announce whether you've passed or failed, you get the opportunity to.
So I can roll
Print it.
like.
I
It's
designed
I'm going to use my
whatever it
inspiration
is,
here
and
to
then be like, I'm
re-roll
going to use
Nice.
inspiration
and
to
then
reroll.
JM painted it up.
How many have you got?
Well,
Is that it?
However many
There's
GM's got.
3 here, so I got given 3. Here's the other 2. Oh, you nearly absolutely nailed
It
that.
bounced off my palm actually. It hit right there.
Right in the meat, right in the meat.
Yeah.
As I explained to Hannah, that's
And
not
it's gone
catch. She
underneath
said I
the
caught it, but it bounced out
shelf.
my palm. I'm like, that's the definition of not catching.
That's the definition of a drop.
Yeah.
It's not going to miss, it's a drop.
It
So I
hit
think
your
as
hand,
my
it went
bonus
exactly
action-
where it should have done.
Say again?
As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
I just imagine him singing She Sells Sanctuary just in the middle of the battlefield.
Like,
After
what?
firing an arrow.
Yeah.
That misses.
That sounds like a bird.
See?
So
What
it's
does sanctuary? Oh, you use
Basically protects you. They have to save,
Yeah.
Can I join the
save
parade?
if they attack
yeah,
you.
if someone
Join
tries
what,
to attack
parade?
me.
Basically, if someone tries to attack him,
the
they have
black
to
parade.
Yeah.
make a wisdom save.
And if they fail, they have to pick
Oh,
a
he's
different target.
lost inspiration, literally.
I've literally lost inspiration, and my knees are about to tell me I'm a bloody cunt.
I'm not going to throw the other one to you because you can't catch.
Well, it's a dark grey thing flying at low light.
It's a
Yeah.
bronze thing, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say the bronze.
Or copper.
It's probably under the shelves.
I just looked it. It's just either that or there's a mountain of dirt under the shelf though.
Yeah, probably.
So that's it,
I'll
whatever.
put my hand up and say I didn't
I'd
move
get
it
on my
and
knees, but
sweep
I don't
underneath
want
it.
Yeah, well, to be fair, that's not really something that can be moved very
Yeah, you probably
easily.
shouldn't move that to sweep it with all the things on it.
Yeah.
That's a deep clean job, is that one?
Is it?
Yeah.
To be fair, I should probably get another. One
It
of
has
these
officially
places.
vanished.
We'll dig it
Yeah, we'll
out.
find
we'll
it
find
later.
Yeah.
I'll find it when I'm looking for something else and get really annoyed at the fact that it's down there.
Well, you'll find inspiration.
Yeah. It's what happens every time I go searching for something in this place. I find about 7 things that I'm like, I've been told these aren't here,
Ah.
or that
Yes.
they shouldn't be.
Last night was so funny. I just read it 3 times. I was like, come on, someone please understand what's going on there. And then I had to comment myself on what was going on.
So I put in the chat like
Oh,
Kane
that's-
went,
Kane went, there's some
we
things
need
missing.
this, and I was like, have you checked the fridge downstairs?
Oh, yeah, that.
Or the cellar.
Or the cellar. And then Spike was like, oh yeah, I've checked this, we need this, and I'm like,
He was like, yeah, the fridge needs fixing.
the fridge needs fixing. I was like, and before I could respond,
I was,
JM just piped up with, no, I think he means the beer is in the fridge. And then Kane's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, it is. And again, before I could reply, I got, oh no, wait, found it. I'm like, yeah.
and then about an hour later, Spike's like, oh, beer.
Yeah.
You should have seen the weird messages I was getting off him privately after that for ages.
Really?
He's so weird. He is a strange guy. I thought he was just pissed. And then I just watched
He probably
that.
was by that
I then
point.
just watched that and was like, wow.
Oh.
That was so awkward. That was so
Story of my
awkward. I
life.
genuinely thought you were going to punch him. For a
I
second.
was like really close and I was like, no.
Oh, I meant Smiler.
Oh no, yeah, to be fair. I could probably just fire him. Right, can we
Well-
call this thing so we can go back?
Whenever you want. Whenever you like.
This sounds like last Thursday.
It's the 3 person. Who's 3?
Stoven. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
what?
Adgron's just been, it's Stoven.
Okay, so I'm gonna sort of double dash to the left.
Dash
Down.
to the left. So you stick into the
Arrow.
wall.
Combat
Yeah.
roll to the right.
And I'm gonna dive in another bush.
Stealth. 2
So you
times.
double dash
Other-
in.
Other direction, other side.
Oh,
Would actually be
oh,
good to make a
to
D&D
not to
version
your,
of
not to
that.
the
Oh my
character's
God,
left,
yeah.
to the screen's left.
Sorry.
I mean,
So
when
you
I
want to
do
get
it,
to that
you
bush.
really-
Yeah.
Okay, try.
You can get to the bush using both
The
actions.
D&D slap.
Okay.
So if you have a bonus action that allows you to hide or do anything like that, you can, but that's about it, because that's both your actions in your turn.
I can attempt to hide while only lightly obscured.
Oh,
Is
God,
that
yeah,
that's
pretty
fine, but is that an action or a bonus action?
It does not.
It will be under either action
Gladly
or
aggressive
bonus action.
shit.
No.
No. That is not an answer. Is it an action or a bonus action?
It's
No.
not. It's neither. It's
It
neither.
has to be one or the other.
It's an action.
So that's
So
one of
what-
those.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Stoven, read your screen.
It's a special.
It's a
Action
special.
combat.
Oh, it's an action in combat. Is that the title? The fucking thing's the
Yeah.
same as a bloody. Okay. Yeah.
It literally says bonus action if it's a bonus action. It says
And you can also-
action if
should
it's
be
an
able to-
action.
It does say special next to it, but it isn't actually it's action in combat.
Yeah.
Special
Okay.
action in combat.
So if he's in combat, he can hide if lightly obscured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So.
But not if he's not in combat.
Yeah.
I'm
If
guessing-
he just stood
yeah.
behind a tree, it's like.
I'm guessing.
There's
I'm
fucking
guessing
elf
if
there.
I'm not in combat, that this class is as
Oh,
combat.
shit. Keep closing.
Yeah, it does technically. We're in
But it's
combat.
as
Yeah,
an
I could
action,
do
not
that
a
as well.
bonus action.
Yeah, if it was a
I
bonus
just
action, you
thought
could
that
do
was
it
anything
because it's
else,
an
I'm
action you
like, oh,
can't.
go
It
ahead,
doesn't
you
mention
go on
action
then.
at all.
Does
Ah.
action
It says
in combat.
bonus action.
At the top it says action in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all that.
so that's the category of
Okay.
things you're looking at.
Gotcha. Let's move on.
We'll work out what boxes and
Yeah,
categories
so
are
I'm
later.
just in a
That'll be a
bush right
private
now.
session. We'll sort that one out.
Yeah, I'm in a bush right now. Okay. I'm having a spiritual moment in a bush.
At least you went for a bush.
Hiding or not hiding?
He's
Not
not
hiding.
hiding.
Not hiding.
Oh, I can't hide. I don't have any action left.
Oh, okay. Is it my go yet?
It is Castiel Dark Wings.
I've forgotten what we're doing.
Killing.
I need to make them stubby wings rather than dark wings.
I changed it to Broken Wing.
Oh.
Changed my nickname to Broken Wing.
So take these broken wings
Oh,
so
God.
we can fly again. So
Um,
that reminds me of coming home from the wedding on the weekend. We were in the taxi, and you go through all the crappy radio stations, and I felt like 80s FM or something, and that was playing as full blast. Like people carriers, 7 of us in the car, just absolutely nailing it in Wales on the way home. It's hilarious.
This guy, yes. Is he the only one? Did we kill the other guy? Oh, he fell into the hedge, didn't he? So I'm going to move as close to this guy as I can get. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There.
Sorry, I'm doing something that's going to help you because you've seen it, so just give me 1 second.
Do you not want to pick my javelin up on your way, babe?
Right, I'm going to do...
I have Eldritch Blast, which is much more effective.
Yeah, but you could then give me my javelin.
You could throw the
That's
javelin to her.
actions to do that.
You could throw the javelin to her.
Right, I've just drawn...
Yes, please do.
I've just tried to give you an idea of the size of the shape you can see. Is it
Yeah.
on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you've been noticing a shadow of.
Cool.
So yeah, so I'm going to go to
I'm not saying you should do anything with that, I'm just wanting to so you can
Yeah.
reference where it is now.
1, 2, 3, 4 boxes above where that is.
So you're going to move towards it, you're 30 feet.
Yeah.
Just there.
I miscalculated, but yeah.
Cool.
And then the little goblin that. Did he actually shoot me or did he shoot someone else?
That goblin
Shot at me.
shot at
You,
last
yeah.
night.
He was going to shoot you, but then you disappeared to the toilet, so it changed. Or was that
Nope.
different?
I didn't say anything about that. It was not that. That goblin has not shot at you.
Still gonna kill him, this goblin. Hadouken. Oh wow. Does 25 hit?
Yep. How do you do it? Because it's 2. It's on.
Yeah, any Hadouken's gonna kill that.
Just to the chest, just
That's so annoying, I nearly killed it.
No.
taking its head.
Yeah. Always the head.
I like, and then it's gonna
Like
do
an
that thing.
uppercut.
It's gonna do that thing where like the torso is there for a second, like completely rigid, and then just.
Ridiculous amounts of blood.
Yeah, that's,
Hissing from
I'm
the
trying
neck
to
wound.
just get to that bit. It's coming. The blood's coming.
Just out of interest, I would have done 6 damage.
Just out of interest, will that destroy my handouts? Oh my god.
No, because it doesn't affect my living things.
Brilliant.
Oh, cool. So my handouts will still be there, so I'm going to pick it up. Beautiful.
It's still stuck in him.
Yeah, it's still in him, it's just his head's not there anymore.
Yeah.
I focused my Eldritch Blast just at his head.
And is that your turn, Castiel? Any bonus actions or anything?
No, that's my turn. Again, I think my bonus actions are pretty much stealth orientated, which is not the situation.
Now that you're here to hear it, pew pew.
Star Wars is going to nothing. Stormtroopers doesn't
Does
win.
a 21 hit?
No.
What?
Does a 22 hit?
No.
Yeah, that's two hits.
4 damage or does it?
No, it's not quite as
18
easy.
damage each.
No, I meant it was it 4 damage each or is it?
It has rolled 4 damage the 2 times it's hit you so far.
Yeah, that's why I was-
The other goblins, but this may be different.
So I was streaming Rainbow Six Siege the other day, and I did a really I just
7 damage from
and I
1.
literally the guy's here, and I shot the entire way around, and somebody was like, "You make a great stormtrooper." I was like, "So glad I have these people in my chat. Thank you."
I love that. I love that little GIF.
And
bit
4.
Where
So
this
2 arrows have
Asian
hit
lass
you.
is
So
playing
the-
games
so
and-
One is
this guy
distinctly
goes, "You
longer
Yeah, I
than
was
the
gonna say,
other one.
So
And-
so I've been
and then
shot
she goes,
by
"I
another
was-
goblin and
I react better to positive
Why, something
feedback. He
bigger.
goes, right,
Mhm.
right, okay.
And
You're great.
the
at
things
sucking."
in shooting at you reveal themselves.
Yeah.
put in perverts
They
They
just
just
revealed
revealed
themselves
themselves.
at him.
after shooting me.
Naked goblin.
And one of them's longer than the other.
Oh.
Where have they revealed themselves?
Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot. I'm having to do a lot of fighting about for this bit.
It's like they have not. They're lame.
What are you lying for?
Ow.
Ow.
It hurt, so I
on.
said ow.
Why is everyone touching me?
Because I like it.
This is quite hard. This is really annoying me now.
That's what she said.
Just as a question.
Just the last bit. This is really annoying me now.
No, it's really hard. It's really annoying me now.
I'm trying to sleep here.
It's too hot. Oh, there we go. It's a sled. I told you. There's something under the sled.
When you try to
There's
teabag me
several
while you've
somethings.
given me a black eye.
While giving you a black eye.
No, I said when you've given me a black eye.
Yeah, hold the
Yeah,
swelling.
Sid, did I tell you?
I don't think I wanna know.
Smiler's beating me up. I had a black
So
eye
this is
and-
why I had to, just to explain, Smiler, because what you said is correct. When you Eldritch blasted at the sled, there was 2 goblins on it, and because you couldn't see the goblins on it, I had to roll to when you hit the goblin
Oh,
on the sled.
the
When you
sled.
hit the sled,
Yeah,
that's why
no,
it
no.
happened. So the 2 goblins, I'm calling them 2 goblins, but one of them is not a goblin.
Is he a
He
hobgoblin?
is a hobgoblin, and
Does
it's
he like
clearly
biscuits?
larger.
Dipped in teas.
You can find out, but currently you've got one of.
Hobgoblins are beer to me, so.
You can ask him, but you've currently got one of his longbow bolts sticking out you.
Ask him what. Oh, hellish rebuke. Fuck. Nail that motherfucker. I just
Go on then.
go.
What does he have to do?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many times can you use Hellish
Look, English is twice. I can, but I didn't use
what's
it.
the what's the pass?
Roll.
Yeah, I'm not even rolled.
I have to look it up because I'm not on that
Is
screen.
it 11 off the top of my head?
No, it's much
No,
higher
that was
than
my one. So
Oh.
Uh,
That's much better than that.
I'm going with 13.
I'm sure English is not my first language. I'm taking the piss out of the dyslexic ADHD guy.
Numbers
But he's
don't
not
change.
dyspraxic as
Numbers
well.
on a screen don't change, whatever language you.
No, I want about him going the dexterity thing. That I said. 15.
15.
That's why I like it. It's quite high.
9. So fail. What's the damage?
The damage.
Is it just at one thing, or is it like the kind of thing that has like things touching it would also?
One reaction which you can take in response to being being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see.
You can now see it.
So, but it's a creature. So
Oh
yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah.
But it's fire.
You point your finger at a creature that damaged you, and momentarily is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must and then
I'm
take
gonna
away
just have
damage.
it as magic fire, so it's not normal fire.
Yeah. So it's basically I go,
How hurt is it?
how dare you?
All right, Max.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you? And it is. Ooh. Oh, that was confusing. I thought I rolled 2 9s there, but one of them's a 6. 19 in total.
On fire.
The fiery hobgoblin screams and writhes and dies.
Yeah, bitch.
Wow.
Damn it!
Puta.
I was hoping to snipe it out from under him.
Donde está mi amigo? Cabron.
Oh, have you seen off Community the rap?
Yes.
Donde está? That I'll put it on at the
Mi
end. so it
amigo.
knows.
I've been watching them. I've literally, in the space of about 4 days, watched 2 seasons of Mayans, so I'm ghetto.
Without me.
You fell asleep, that's your problem. I'm not waiting around for another woman in my life to catch up.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's the one. This is your hellish rebuke from now on.
Ah, no.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so that one.
Technically.
Cool. He's dead.
Yeah?
He's trying to run away.
Oh,
Whilst
no.
dead.
Basically got a laser gun. Like, all my powers are like, pew!
You can't have lasers. I got hellish flames.
I think that'll do.
How hot are hellish flames?
Hellishly hot.
Excellent.
Las
Extra
Mora,
spicy.
what are you
Seen the
doing?
latest-
El
Have you
Cayenne.
seen season 5 of Rick and Morty?
I don't know.
They're doing the have you?
No, no.
They're in hell, and it's all punishment this,
I watched
punishment
5,
that.
yeah.
But they're all like sexual deviants. Like, oh, it feels so good, punish me more. It's just like, oh, no.
I have seen that. Can I go to the dead goblin that I threw my hand axe at, please?
So you're going to try and get your axe and use it? Is that your
Yeah.
plan? Okay, so what I'm going to ask is you to roll either a dexterity or acrobatics check to see.
Oh, acrobatics, you're going to do a roly-poly.
So
No,
basically, are you able to run
What's the
past
ones?
it and
Cartwheel.
also be grabbing your axe? And I'm going to do some kind of
do
resistance to it,
a
i.e.
combat
it's in its
cartwheel
flesh.
over the top and grab the axe and then launch it in the back end.
that's what you're going to have an opportunity to do,
Yeah.
depending on the roll.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Okay. I need you now.
I
to,
thought that said 12. And
I
was
need
like,
you to roll
how
a
much are you
strength.
adding?
I need you to roll a strength. And
Yeah.
if you beat the strength roll, you're able to take it out and in one movement throw it.
We'll just
Where's
roll
the
it.
strength?
It's the main ones.
Ooh, 12.
14. Too much resistance, it stops you
Yeah.
finishing the move you're trying to do, but you do pull it out and that's the end of it.
Yes, you get the axe, but you don't get to.
Yeah.
You don't get to do your cool little.
It's like one of those things where you like people go, do you know how hard it is to remove an axe from a human body?
That you've just done 10 damage to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there.
It's
guys.
not going anywhere. Oh, do I have
Oh,
any
there's a rib.
Oh, I've got your shoulder blade. That's definitely going to
on
dull
the
the
floor,
blade.
standing on it.
Is he within? He's not within 10 feet of me, is he?
Although, hang on, didn't I burn him?
You did, but you didn't burn him to a crisp. You burned him till he died.
Oh, okay.
No, that
So-
one got.
It
Oh,
wasn't
no,
your
no,
mega
no,
roll.
Yeah, he wasn't hellish.
It wasn't your
He was just
mega
blast.
roll. It was just a
was
blast.
just,
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a great.
No.
I blew his head off, in
Is
fact.
he,
Yeah, actually,
is
that's
he further
exactly
than
it.
10 feet away from me? I can't
He
read-
is further than 10 feet away from you.
That's 2 squares.
I can't see the squares from here.
I keep for a second looking at Stovin's orc and thinking, why aren't you killing the orc? And going, oh yeah.
He's on outside.
Orc is good.
Why
What
does
are you
everyone keep
all?
ignoring the big guy?
Where is this on?
Hello, boobs.
Unfortunately, he's hidden behind the turn order.
Oh, it's not for me. Sorry, I'll do that.
I can see the squares from here. Do I want my javelin? Does my javelin do
Probably.
any more damage than my hand
No,
axe
wait,
does?
move it to the left, further to the left. Oh, wait, no.
There.
Screen left.
You're
Screen
asking
left.
me, but
Why
you
would I
have the
not move it
information in front
Oh,
of you.
okay, never mind.
This is just dead space up here.
Okay, well, there's fog of war to the left, which, yeah.
No, that's the ridge.
And Joker's to the right.
Yeah.
But here I am.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Jinx. Next round, you pick the
Next
ice cream.
round is Siddle.
I'll just walk towards that goblin we can see. As close as I can get.
So it's as close as you can.
Yeah. Depending on how close I get, depends on what I do.
Oh shit! I misread something. This is going to be interesting. Cool.
He missed a 0 on the Hobgoblin's HP.
So you're just going towards the goblins, yeah?
Yes.
But it's like my
The one that's
flaming
alive,
skull.
obviously.
I did the thing and I misread the flaming skull. Basically, if you don't cast
cast Ice
dispel
Knife.
magic or something like that on it, it regenerates after an hour. But I didn't read the hour,
19.
so they
no,
fought
wait.
it for 25 minutes straight, just killing
21
it
to
and
hit.
coming back to life, killing it and coming back to life, until someone cheated and googled what to do, and then did that, and then it was until the next session that one of them had gone away.
6
and,
damage.
Like that was really weird. And I'm like, yeah,
So-
I realised afterwards that I'd read it wrong.
You've
But I was
ice,
too involved
ice
at that
knife.
point, and it was really
Yeah.
entertaining. It was like, oh shit, it's back.
6 damage.
6 damage.
And
But that's-
are there
that's
any
what I did.
other
There's a
goblins
few
within
misreadings,
5
but it
feet
does
of
make it more
it?
entertaining.
Yeah.
that we
And
haven't
also,
seen
like,
yet?
when
That
I
is
do
enough
do
to
that, I
kill
let
the
them have a
goblin.
short rest
Okay.
on
Are there any
rest
others
on
within
things
5
that
feet?
get before
Not that you can see.
it killed you all.
There's no goblins in 5
Right.
feet.
Just because it explodes
yeah.
and damages.
Yeah, I
right,
realised
that's
as I was
also-
saying it.
In that case, ice knife straight through the centre of the forehead.
Am I ducking? I take it.
I did it round you.
You bended it like
Yeah,
Beckham.
wanted it.
I just did that.
He didn't want it.
So,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I
I'm
think.
taller than you.
I couldn't
did it
think
over
of
your
the movie,
shoulder,
though.
that movie.
Yeah.
No, that's not that much taller than me.
How tall are you?
7 foot.
No, I'm the same then.
I'm also 7 foot. Wow, I really tall characters.
I'm an angel.
And he's
I'm a lion.
I am so
seven
welcome.
foot, 7 foot, 7 foot.
I'm
Too
like
far.
4 foot.
To be fair, it's like that in
Oh.
our other
It's
campaign.
like
We've
5
got
feet.
all fairly tall people, at least humanoid or above, and then a gnome.
Yeah.
what you expect to
I know
hear
bard
at this
as well.
point is silence.
Yeah.
But
Silence. Oh no, the other one. No, you don't like that song.
no,
But you
Have you
hear
Silence.
it was playing
heavy-
in the bar the other day.
loud grunting
Oh, fuck.
from multiple, not that dissimilar
Did you
to
say
that,
humping noises?
grunting.
Okay. I was about to say, wait, someone having sex in the background.
What?
It's a sound not dissimilar to something you've heard already today.
So that fucking arrow.
Over there.
Can who's the closest? Last mirror, you've been watching this. What is it? You threw an ice knife, didn't you?
Yes.
So that wouldn't have done it. What did you do to the guy on the?
Hellish flames are
So there's
surrounded him,
fire.
surrounded him up.
Okay, last mirror, roll perception. And Stovin, you can do the same.
Whereabouts would my arrow be? Because it would still be chirping. I'm guessing it'd be near last mirror. Because that's where I shot it.
Would I not have seen anything?
This is your arrow there.
Alright, that's chirping
13.
away.
13.
17.
Both of you would see these.
Mm.
2 massive polar bears are attached to the sled. They're a
But
little
since-
bit ahead, so they're not like tight and close
Say
to
it's
it.
your mates.
They were pulling
You
the
both-
sled and it was clearly
No, it's
stuck,
supposed
and
to
that's what the
change.
goblins are trying to do is free it.
Itself,
Yeah.
And
and
unstuck
Okay.
it. And the reason they seem a bit of a
Battery box
surprise
Oh,
is
come back to life.
just because they're pulling a sled and the sled is covering up the tracks that they're making because it's obviously following them directly behind them.
Yeah.
So
And,
there'd be
and
no-
the fact that they've managed to enslave polar bears, that would be.
The polar bears look like they've been attached to the sled for some time,
They may have already been attached.
like the dwarves
Oh,
may have been using.
Poor things.
Oh.
Fucking polar bears.
Anyway,
Probably.
it's quite a good place to stop,
Yeah.
but we can carry on. I'm happy to carry on, but I'm just saying it's quite a good place to stop to prep for the next session. But we can carry on if you want. I'm happy to do what people want to do. Just I'm conscious of the time and going into something else, and it
yeah.
took a bit longer than I
6.
thought. That 6 goblins.
Didn't
Right.
know it was 6 goblins though.
Honestly, that blizzard stuff is completely as the book told me to do it as well. Like with the stuff that's like setting stuff, I try and stick to this like
Bubble.
source stuff.
It's alright. We didn't realise it was just 6 goblins. It could have been an
What?
army of
It
goblins.
could
wasn't
have
6. It was 5 and a half.
I must admit,
Right?
Oh, it's 5 and a half goblins, but I
At the
changed that
groups
to
that
try
we-
and make it at least a challenge
At
for
the
you.
groups I
Then
play with,
it's
it's just
still
the
one
most
shot.
cautious I've ever seen any group, and I'm like,
But it's funny, you'll go other sessions where you are not, and you're like causing avalanches and yeah.
Like, now is
And
when we're being careful.
or everyone's thrown caution to the wind except Julie goes, I'm going to run away now.
Yeah.
And leave you all there, and that kills half the party.
Yeah. I didn't kill them. It
I mean, it,
badly damaged me.
alright, it should have
Scarred me.
fucking killed them, and I did some massive intervention.
Yeah.
You're like, I killed them 2 sessions in here.
Yeah.
To be
Basically.
fair, we've had people get killed on first session.
That is the first time I've had to stop an actual potential TPK, like, proactively, as if again.
I mean, it helps when someone doesn't trigger a second yet.
Yeah, everyone's just about to get away from the baby and mummy Yeti, and then someone triggers the big daddy Yeti at that
Who
point.
did trigger the Yeti?
That was
Julia running
definitely
away.
me.
He was outside.
Julia, not helping.
Oh, yeah.
What would have happened is
I'm like,
you would have just
Julia,
got away
help
nicely
me.
as a
And she
group
goes,
together,
Nah.
and then had to either face or avoid the big Yeti on its own. How it happened, you were trapped in an area where there were 2 very weak bridges, potential of falling in or breaking them. You broke one of them, and 3 Yetis in a confined space. Yeah.
Why did we break a
And
bridge
instead
once-
of
we did try to
doing
break
the
a bridge once
one
a Yeti
thing
was
that
on
would
it.
help me to trap these Yetis, she just went, nah,
See ya.
bye. So there's just the 2 Yetis at this point. She runs outside and triggers the other Yeti.
No, she did, didn't she? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was me.
But then
Yeah.
you did make another terrible decision. It was the dip down that you did while you were flying. That was the final.
Well, yeah, because I didn't
No.
know what the range was.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get away.
I'm gonna go wait like this.
And I knew it could go up. So I was like, I'm going to go down here out of the way. Oh, their range is 3 times the distance I can travel. Cool. Frost
like
blast to the wings.
And Wetico
Oh, I could
spikes.
tell I've been sat
Yeah.
there for 3 hours.
Yeah. So yeah, you will have
You should
your.
probably end the stream if you have not.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Bye,
sign off
guys.
and then...
Do you need to sign off anything?
Nah,
Nah.
nah.
Bye
Guys,
guys,
thanks for
watching.
watching.
See you later. If I just